Damn.
All right. The live stream has begun once again. Hello, everybody.
I don't. Tony Sicknick is here.
Hello, Eomel. Hello, I'm Famous Right, User One Cambo, and hello, Midnight Miss Magus, Jello, and Bendy. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Tony Sonic, and my friend Tony Sicknick.
Ha 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 ha. Hello, Garflorn. Hello, Toby. Welcome to the stream. We're once again back with this mountain.
Buddy.
The grind never stops, huh?
Yeah. It really never stops. Is there like... Does anyone know if there's like a way to mute YouTube on mobile? I can't do it.
Hang on. Well, I believe if you were to hang on.
Yes, not. I don't see anything.
That's so weird.
It is okay. Because I can't. Yeah, it's not like you can really stream it, and because it might lag you.
If that two characters have to be both indie, then if they don't exist, then Kara versus EXE would have been number one, considering you pitched it. Yeah, I would have totally talked about that, but EXE is a creepypasta, not an indie game, so that entry was excluded, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But to be fair, a lot of popular matchups involving indie games were excluded. Like, I mentioned the 3 in the intro, but like there was also stuff like what's another one?
Oh yeah, I also wanted to say that the whole bit of like Isaac versus the Lamb getting thrown away by me and saying that's a stupid entry, that does not reflect my actual feelings on the entry. That's just a joke.
I think they understood that.
At random.
I think everybody understood.
I just wanted to clarify that. I just want to clarify that. Hey, it's Pyro Master. Hey, Tony, it's been a while. It had been a while.
Trying to open the stream up on my phone so I can look at the chat while I do this, but for some reason it's not working.
Dang, that's weird. I can read out the chat. I just can't see the game because I have to keep the stream on so I don't hear the echo of us.
Okay, there it goes.
No, you don't need to be worried about Ness versus Frisk.
They like Ness versus Rasputin as an alternative for Ness, which I'm glad about. Glad you like that option.
I like that.
Speaking of Rasputin, I'm going to be covering Psychonauts eventually.
I've been playing Psychonauts 2. I'm like halfway through it, I think. Yeah, I started a while ago, but I like Psychonauts 2.
Well, have you played Psychonauts 1?
No.
You should.
I don't really care to.
Really?
I don't really care to because I've heard... the main thing that appealed to me about Psychonauts 2 was the fact that they actually got, like, real psychologists. Sorry if you can hear my loud AC in the background. But the fact that they got real psychologists behind that one. So, all the ways that everything is interpreted is more accurate and less... inaccurate and weird and crazy, like the first one. Like, and by that I don't mean like the good kind where it's so wacky that you actually start to enjoy it. I mean in the sense of it is a very problematic way to interpret certain things.
I never saw that side of Psychonauts, and frankly, I don't know if it was really trying to be realistic in that sense. Because like Because, like, there's stuff like... Because, like, they literally playing around with stuff like emotional baggage and mental cobwebs and stuff like that. And transferring that into actual gameplay mechanics.
Right, but I think that the fact that Psychonauts got like a real physician onto that, or psychologist onto that, to actually help them not only play around with those aspects, but make them feel more, true to themselves.
Well, maybe...
I think that helped.
I'm gonna sound like a real hypocrite because this is something I've done, but it seems like you may be prematurely judging how a game handles something before actually experiencing it.
I will probably need to experience it before properly doing that. I am prematurely judging it, but I'm also acknowledging that I'm prematurely judging it.
The thing about Psychonauts is that it got real. Jack said that in the chat.
Yeah. I think personally, I'm lended really towards the being captivated by how everything is portrayed in Psychonauts 2. So I'm worried that if I play Psychonauts 1, it's like not as good. I'm gonna like drop off a bit.
But that's the risk you always take, especially when you start in the middle of a franchise and then go back to the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I mean, wait, would Psychonauts even be called a franchise? Because, like, there's only 2 games. Well, there is a third one, but it's a PSVR exclusive tech demo.
And it's a franchise.
Rhombus of Ruin counts, then?
I mean, what's it called? You don't need to have like too many entries to be considered a franchise.
I guess. But I don't know. Like 2 main platformers and a VR title. Is that really? That's like an hour long.
I mean, literally the fact that it has 2 mainline platformers already you can consider it a franchise.
Well, enough of that. I guess time will tell. I hope we get a Psychonauts 3 one day. Though considering the gap in between Psychonauts 1 and 2, that might not be until we're all old men.
I think that's fine. I like Psychonauts taking its time to go. I hope you get that job as the voice actor, Piffle. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do my audition tomorrow, and I will see about posting it publicly.
I hope you get to publicly announce it, upload it publicly, because I would love to see your audition. But anyways.
Oh no, I meant in the sense of putting it publicly so that everyone, like that's currently in chat, can see. The team behind Realm of Memories will definitely be seeing it.
I still think Ness beats Rasputin, though. I've heard that Ness outstats Raz, but Raz has hacks that Ness doesn't have an answer against.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, I think Raz has a way better understanding of his powers on this.
Yeah, because he's properly trained in like the psychic arts and such.
He's been properly trained in the psychic arts. He's literally the entire plot of Psychonauts 2 is, hey, become an actual, officially licensed person for this stuff. Ness is a kid with powers.
Hey, Tony, I'm still waiting for the reclusive video you said you was going to make last week. I did not say I was going to make a... When did I say that? Did I say that?
You said that in your mind. Tony's eating at the dinner table. Man, I really hope I could make a reclusive video next week. And then Pyromaster's like...
Alright, well, let's continue. Let's continue with our grind up Celeste Mountain and get these stupid strawberries.
Ness is a kid with a lot of powers. Yes, he is a kid with a lot of powers.
Rasputin is also a kid with a lot of powers. The difference is, Raz is actually trained in them. Ness is more of a wild what would you say that Ness is in regards to his proficiency with these powers?
I mean, I've never actually played Earthbound, but I assume he's pretty skilled in them. All I know is that Ness doesn't have PK Starstorm. That's his team. That's one of his team members.
And apparently he also doesn't have PK Fire either.
E. The most iconic move from him in Smash, and he doesn't have it.
Which begs the question, do you think they would give Ness PK Fire and PK Starstorm if Ness got his own episode?
No.
No?
Unless he got his team with him, no. It's just not possible.
I imagine that would be like in a black box or something. Hey, while PK Starstorm is not part of Ness's standard kits, even if we did include it, it wouldn't change the outcome or something, depending on it. Though it would be really fun, really weird if PK Starstorm and PK Fire were just so powerful that they would give him the win.
Yeah, but even then, it's like, well, maybe Starstorm, but I'm also like, I would like to say that Starstorm just literally Ness himself cannot use it. It is Paula who can use it. When he does his final smash in Smash Bros, that's why he has Paula and Pooh beside him, because he can't use it. He's literally just screaming, basically.
Why did they give him PK Fire? Why, Smash? Smash Bros takes liberties. I mean, Donald and Goofy are not in Smash Brothers yet. Sora could still access the drive forms, at least his costumes.
Pooh has PK Starstorm and Paula has PK Fire, and it was stated that they they taught Ness how to use PK Fire and PK Starstorm in Smash, I guess. Like if you use the Smash iteration of him, then I guess so. But that was just to explain it in Smash.
And even then, like Smash Brothers has been explicitly stated to not be canon to any of the characters within it. The only exception is Kid Icarus, and that's just because of the tutorial of Kid Icarus Uprising.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I still need to make the E-Raw of Kid Icarus Uprising for the 5,000 subscriber special.
The E-Raw that's gonna be like, I know he's a kid with wings, but how can he fly?
Well, even the game acknowledges that he can't.
I know she's a girl with green hair, but how can she do magic? Could you imagine if we actually were pedantic a-holes?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes we are, but...
Not me.
Well, sometimes I
think
am.
You're more pedantic than I am. I don't mean that rude. I don't mean that to be rude, by the way. I'm just saying I literally, my last video ended up with me having one sin about the game, and it was just a well-worded complaint.
Hey, sometimes games end up being like that.
Which speaking of, yeah, episode 1 of Ramen Memories, or the Playtime with Percy era is out.
Yes, and you absolutely should go watch it, by the way, everyone in chat.
Mm-hmm. We got Pal's official voice actor on it, and we got praise from Fazzy, the creator of the game.
Yeah,
That was such a fun project to make. Episode 1.5 will be coming soon, and it'll be somewhere else that isn't my channel.
Mm-hmm. I watched it. Good, Garflorn.
Good. Yay. But even without PK Starstorm, PK Fire, he still has PK Rocket. Fate manipulation, the power. Oh god, fate manipulation. Oh hey, Ness is the Persona protagonist now.
Okay, Where does Ness get fate manipulation, by the way? Is that from the manga? Because I'm pretty sure that manga isn't canon.
Peak, Piffle, peak. Thank you. Also, hello, by the way.
I know, like,
Hello,
the 5D Ness arguments come specifically from the manga, which isn't congruent at all with the games, because when they fought Gygus, who's basically this incorporeal mass that they could barely even comprehend, they struggled so badly that Paula had to call upon the will of everyone on Earth, plus the player, to pacify him. Yet Ness by himself is 5-dimensional?
Me when the little child's 5-dimensional. I'll watch it after the stream. Yay! So I also have, fun fact, I was in a group before this, which will actually be referenced in Realm of Memories directly. And someone from that friend group actually left a comment on the video too, which was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back from the indie game matchup video. It was great. Also, Jesus, I didn't know Snatcher was title card. Oh, Invincible.
Yes, he is. Long as he doesn't throw the blue potions.
Did you just color me blue with my own attack?
This can't count, right? Surely this doesn't count.
No, this can't count. I love a Hat in Time. I have played through a Hat in Time like recently a bunch because I've been playing it a little on my own. I played a bit with X-Freds and Puro, and actually Top Hat too because we played some split screen multiplayer.
When he defeated Ness's nightmare, he gets hit by the truth of the universe, and it's there where he gets fate manipulation. Is that in the game? Like, what attack is that? Are you referring to Gygus or someone else?
Anyways, yeah, I played through the game with those four a little bit, and then I played through it with IRL friend of mine. And I've now gained like a more solid stance on A Hat in Time being a great game. Like, it's so weird. It's so weird that I've gained like a fascination now for watching other people experience the game for the first time. Like, it's actually really fun because I was just teaching people about new stuff in games. Like, are you aware of the Hat in Time Rat King secret?
Rat King secret?
Either Rat or Roach King, I forget which one. Hidden on the ship are these little notes around, and they all hint you towards the attic. And in the attic, there is a tiny, tiny little hole in the stairs, which you can't go into as Hat Kid, but you can go into the camera mode. And if you go through that hole, you get to read this note about the Rat King, or the Roach King.
Yes, it is from the game. Also, I'm correct. The guy who created Earthbound. Also, if I'm correct, the guy who created Earthbound did say that the manga is canon, even though there is a problem with it. What's the problem? Yeah, I don't really have the energy to like argue about whether or not Ness is 5D plus or this unstoppable person that beats everyone in existence. Like, I'd rather not go into all that. And frankly, I do not have any feelings towards Earthbound. It has never appealed to me. I don't know if I'll ever play it. I don't know if I really care about it. And the only thing I would care about it is getting really mad if Ness versus Frisk happened. Because if it did...
Guys, I'm 8-dimensional. It's 5-dimensional Piffle.
Wait, there's an Earthbound manga? Apparently.
I did not know. I think I replayed A Hat in Time like 4 to 5 times. That's not enough times. I do genuinely wish that A Hat in Time got more content.
Beyond the mods, you mean?
Well, yes, but if I counted the mods, then I would have to talk. Then I would have to go on another rant about the 3 AM series, and we know how that went last time.
Mm-hmm.
But there are actually some really good mods. I've recently played through the Tower of Tartarus mod, which is a mod kind of inspired by Persona 3. It is a huge, super difficult platforming challenge.
Ooh.
God, it is. How many piffles can destroy one dimension? Find out in Realm of Memory.
Find out next time on Realm of Memories.
I wish I could have a title card like that. Okay, I would play A Hat in Time more if I wasn't dealing with Deltarune. Fair, but A Hat in Time actually does have a really good Deltarune mod called Relic Ramble, where they make the cyber world, but they use the relics. All the NPCs are the little plushy cows that get taken over by the UFOs. The UFOs themselves are enemies. You have a lot of platforming with the burgers. It's great. And at the end, you even get Chris's sword.
Since Ash vs. Yugi is being delayed and next month is Undertale's 10th anniversary, it may mean after Godzilla vs. Hulk, the next episode could be Sans vs. the Judge. If that happens, I'd be excited. I'm rooting for my boy Sans, though something tells me that the Judge, they might give it to Judge.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Please explain to me how Ash and Yugi is going to work.
Well, I'd imagine it'd be Yugi having like a card game, like a shadow in the middle of a shadow game, and summoning his monsters against Ash's Pokemon.
I would guess so, but I mean,
I don't know much about Yu-Gi-Oh though, so I'm just spitballing.
So one of the things is with it depends on how we do this, because the anime Pokemon doesn't technically adhere to the rules of turn-based.
Mm-hmm.
Yu-Gi-Oh in universe appeals to turn-based.
Maybe it'll take a similar approach to Red versus what's that kid's name? The kid from Digimon, where they kind of go turn-based.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know which kid from Digimon you're talking about.
It's the one with the with a Greymon, the one that has the Greymon.
The one from Digimon Adventure.
Yeah, he's got like spiky Goku hair, and he wears a blue vest, I think.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. We need
Ty, that's his name, Ty. Red versus Ty.
We need a death battle with Mikey from Digimon Fusion. I absolutely need to see that. That would be fun. Because Mikey actually has like a whole army of Digimon. And one of them actually becomes the Digimon King, Shoutmon. Shoutmon's such a cool Digimon, by the way. Oh, or for an actual answer, there's an actual season in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where the monsters actually acted like as Pokemon.
Well, on the subject of like Pokemon and Digimon, how do you feel about Mewtwo versus Black War Greymon?
What?
Mewtwo versus...
What is... Hold on. Oh, hello, Black War Greymon. I've never... That... Sorry. Sorry, I don't like its design. So, like, I don't have any particular feelings on Greymon that much as a Digimon. Like, obviously, Agumon is like the Pikachu of the franchise, but I also just like I don't find him that interesting. I used to kind of find him interesting, and then I really thought about it. I was like, there's so much other Digimon that are more interesting design-wise than you. You are a little tiny dragon, and you literally have a less interesting design than the dragon called Dracomon.
YouTube Social AC2, hello, how's your summer been going? My summer has been alright. It took me a lot longer than I expected to make that indie game matchups video, but my job has really been eating away at my time to make these videos.
Mewtwo versus Black War Greymon is a cool matchup. Even though Black War Greymon wins since he could keep up with Omnimon, who can delete you from existence. I mean, how far does that go? Because we also need to take into account that like all the Digimon are digital monsters. So
yeah, like is he just deleting a file on a computer, or is he actually just like deleting you from existence?
I mean, actually, probably because like the humans in the digital dimension are actually affected by that stuff, and even outside of it, it's shown via Digimon Fusion. It's just kind of it just kind of depends. Hey Tony, hey Piffle, hello. Tony, don't say the J word.
Okay. Hey Mario and Sonic fan, welcome to the stream.
See, when it comes to most of my Digimon knowledge, I actually mostly all of it comes from my artist Jay. So, Tony, the J word is scary. Don't ever say it again. Oh, job.
Oh.
But, yeah, I get most of my Digimon knowledge from him.
Oh, dang it. I was distracted. Jack just said jazz. As the J word.
Like that.
There, I said it.
God, the Deku versus Miles Aftermath was rough. My boy Deku got attacked even though he won. Oh, yeah.
People just hate Deku. Funny. Like, everyone just clowns on Deku. They just hate him. And they hate him even more now that the more popular character, Miles, just won. Even though it made sense why Deku wins, and Miles' like Herald stuff is a lot less consistent and not reliable. But people hate Deku, so Deku's gotta die.
See, I don't even hate Deku. I like, my opinion of him kind of like circled around because I originally was just like, I don't really like Deku like that much. And like Cam was just like, oh hey, you should watch My Hero Academia. And then I was bored one day and said, sure, I'll watch My Hero Academia. And I did. I watched the 2 seasons that are on Netflix, and I like it.
Nice.
I did not actually expect to like it, but I did.
Honestly, the closest I've ever been invested in like a My Hero Academia is through when I listened to when I saw Shigaraki versus Mahito. Shigaraki seems like a very compelling character.
The entirety of season 2 was me just wanting to punch the shit out of him. I did not really like him.
I've heard that's like the common consensus. Like, he doesn't start off that great, but he then grows into a really compelling character by the end.
Yeah, because they actually start off, or like the first they literally acknowledge it in the show. Like Shigaraki is a crybaby of a man. He is a posh prince of a man. like nobody has ever told him no before, clearly, and it shows. That is what they say about him in the show. And then at the last episode of season 2, that's when he actually like really starts to become menacing, and it's really just it really is just because of the. It's not really a big event. It's not really a big spoiler because it lasts like not that long. There's no real stakes to it, but he finds Deku in the mall while they're all preparing to go to their like summer vacation, and sits him down to have a talk with him, holding like one finger above his neck. Like he's gripping onto his neck, but he's holding one finger above because if that finger touches down, then Deku just dies. Because of his whole quirk.
Yeah, his quirk being decay. Anything he touches with all 5 fingers, decays.
I would hate that. Imagine having to like take a drink or something like that. You try to grab it, and then the drink just like it. No, you know what it reminds me of? You ever seen that ad that's like it's like I don't know, it's a really old ad, but it's like there's an ad of this like one guy and like everything he touches turns to Skittles.
I don't remember anything like that.
Okay, it reminded me of that because it's like imagine like you just try to do a normal action like type on your computer or something like that, and then I don't know your hand slip, or you just try to like rest your hand on the keyboard, your keyboard gone, no more.
It all circles around. You think you want the Midas touch, but you really don't.
It literally is the mall. Da 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 da.
Da 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 da.
But anyways, yeah, I at the start for like season 1. And for like the first half of season 2, I despise Bakugo.
I think you're meant to. He's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, but like, I can like a-hole characters. I can like them. But what I don't like is that literally all of his insults are almost the exact same. Like they don't give him variation of his insult until like the latter half of season 2. Where he just because literally in like every scene when he refers to Deku, he calls him a damn nerd, and that sentiment of, or like the way like that whole thing, that little phrase is equivalent to Uzi's "bite me."
Really?
That is how bad it is.
Wow.
So, I started to like his character like season 2, but the most of it he's just annoying. And also through watching seasons 1 and 2, I do not at all see any chemistry between him and Deku. I don't know where the fandom gets that. Stop doing rivals or lovers, guys. It's annoying.
It's the anime version of Sonic and Shadow. It really is. Like, these two are clearly rivals. They don't have any romantic chemistry. Maybe eventually they tolerate each other, but that's as far as it goes. But no, they gotta be in love because me like gay.
Don't word it like that.
These are shippers. They're when it comes to like shippers, they will say anything and everything just to justify their own ship.
Fair enough. I mean, you don't need like gay. It sounds really bad.
Out of context, sure, but you guys know the context.
I mean, yeah, but I don't think that's like. I very much think that's more of the straw man thing. I think the more accurate thing to be was that we like rivals to lovers, so we need to make it happen.
And
I don't
then,
know, maybe-
and then when
maybe I'll
Ochaku, and then when Deku got with Uraraka, all of them screamed and cried and harassed the mangaka.
Oh yeah, no, that sucked. That was absolutely vile. I see more of a connection between those two than with him and Bakugo. Literally, one of the things that Deku says to Bakugo to his face is this is why we can't have normal conversations. You always yell. It literally. I also had to go with the whiplash that Deku is not actually his name.
Yeah, Izuku Midoriya is his name. Deku is his superhero name. That was originally an insult by Bakugo.
And then he repurposed it because Uraraka said it and said, "Oh, it sounds cute."
It's just like Eggman, but superhero flavored.
One of the things I don't like about their chemistry actually is how. Okay, so one of the tropes that I actually hate in anime is when a character has a crush on another character and they can't be normal about it. So every time they do any gesture, they go, "Whoa! I just talked to somebody on the phone. I just talked to a girl on the phone." That is an exact quote from Deku, and I hated it.
Deku is just season 1. Deku is just absolute. What would you even describe him like? Like
that was season 2, Deku.
That's season 2?
Yeah. I don't hate it. It makes sense for Deku's character. I just don't like that trope. It's actually why I like Dandadan so much. Have you heard of Dandadan?
Dandadan, yeah. Dandadan, however you pronounce it. Yes, I've heard of.
I love Dandadan. It is romance and comedy done right in anime. It also has one of my favorite. What are your thoughts on
Chaos versus Lord Vortex from Lego Dimensions? Sounds like a very fun idea, but I've never finished Lego Dimensions.
My thing about it is Chaos, so like in most scenarios wins if he's not actually going up against the Skylander.
It's like Wile E. Coyote syndrome, where he will always fail against his arch nemesis, but against anyone else he can win.
I mean, okay, like literally one of the main points of Skylander's superchargers. Literally at the start of that game, he won.
Really?
He won.
Wow. He actually finally got a victory.
He got a victory, and then it got ruined because Bowser decided to come in and smash everything up. I say Bowser specifically because, Superchargers had Bowser in it.
Well, not necessarily. It could have been Donkey Kong, too.
Could you imagine Donkey Kong, like, with, like, Donkey Kong and Bowser, but they have their stats from the more, like, modern era?
Oh, man. I could see Chaos would be sent flying like Team Rocket.
I'm just imagining like what's it called? I'm just imagining like Pauline on Donkey Kong's back. Get him, DK! And then he just decks Chaos directly in the face.
Fun fact, the same guy who voiced Chaos voices Rasputin in Psychonauts. Did you hear me, Piff?
Sorry about that. Oh yeah, no, I heard you. I know. I am very familiar with all of Chaos's work. Or Chaos's voice actor's work.
Yep, he's in, he was Raz, he was Chaos, he was, Lonnie Lowly in, Crash 4, and he is also, Moxie in Hell of a Boss.
He's also Invader Zim.
Yes, he is. And he does the exact same inflection for pretty much every single character he does.
Yes, it's amazing. He was some background characters in Ratchet and Clank too, and he actually mentioned being a really big fan of the Ratchet and Clank series before he got a role.
That's awesome.
I really hope that we get something done with the Skylanders franchise, because I know Microsoft bought it out a while ago and has done
Nothing.
I mean, they made like a recent makeshift plushies with them.
That's cool. But the last thing we've seen anything done with like Skylanders as a franchise was Skylanders Academy.
I liked Academy as a series. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Also, Glumshanks in that show was absolutely priceless.
I like the episode where he gets cloned a bunch of times and he hangs out with his clones, but then he realizes, wow, I really suck.
Yeah, wow, I'm boring.
All my clones are needy, clones are irritating, sarcastic, and hoard all the food. Man, I'm annoying to be around.
I love that. One of my favorite episodes is like, I actually forget what episode it is, but it's one of my favorite chaos moments in that show, where chaos is like, where like they're like at some sort of event, and Chaos wants a churro, so he just begs Glumshanks for a churro.
Yeah, that series was funny, and what's even funnier is that I think Chaos is the only one who actually got his official voice actor from the games to reprise his role.
Oh yeah.
Which makes every moment with him work even more. Anyways, Bradley says, if Kara versus EXE somehow happens by some miracle, what animation style should be used? I actually think the animation should evolve as it goes on. Like, it starts out like a simplistic 8-bit like Undertale, then it gets more complex sprites with with EXE, maybe with some hand-drawn in there too, and then it goes full hand-drawn for the climax. That's how I think it should be. It's ambitious, I know, but it's what I want. What I specifically want for the matchup.
Sorry about that. I had to kick a rat out of my room.
There was a rat in your room?
If a rat counts as a brother, yes. But anyways, like I was saying, I think I actually want to mention something about Skylanders or just Skylanders as a franchise that just remains consistent.
Yeah.
Chaos' mom is like one of the actually most competent villains in the entire show and games.
I mean,
and yet the way and it's mainly because not only is she just generally powerful in the game, she breaks the fourth wall technically.
Yeah, like she disappears from the game, and then you have to take your Skylander off the portal to find her.
Mm-hmm. I love how she just immediately retreats when you do that too. Like she's like, "Oh, they found me. Let me run back away." You could just stay in there.
Yeah, like what are we gonna do? We can't touch you there.
Actually, you know what? In Swap Force, when you put on a swapping Skylander, it does do that thing where it like slashes the screen. Maybe she's just running away because of that.
Oh wait! Imagine she actually does stay there and gloats you about, ha ha ha! You can't touch me. I'm invincible here. Then we put the Skylander back on and she gets sliced.
Actually, I was thinking about it. I was like, wait, core Skylanders, that wouldn't work with core Skylanders if you only had a core Skylander. But I also remembered that in the same game, when you put a core Skylander on the portal, their element like concentrates into the symbol of the element and then explodes.
so she just gets blasted back to the main game.
We just nuke her back. You'll never be able to escape me. Me putting on popcorn onto the the mortal power specifically to blow her up.
Honestly, one of my favorite moments from playing like Skylanders as a kid was that moment in Trap Team where where Chaos gets supercharged by Traptanium, and then he just talks directly to the player, and at multiple points during the final level, he actually speaks through your portal. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, I have a K. I literally the only trap that I bought that besides the core 2, the core 2, was the Chaos Trap.
I wanted the Chaos Trap for ages, and I could not find it for the life of me, but eventually I got a whole bunch of those traps.
Mm-hmm. The trap in Chaos, the Chaos is broken. He is literally so broken in that game. You do not. You could maybe have him out for only like a few moments, and he just like starts shredding his own health bar. Like you had Chaos trapped, and then you went back into the boss fight. By the way, I'm going to say this right now: Swap Force was the best thing in the franchise.
Really, my favorite was Trap Team.
I have grown this kind of like not so appealing outlook to Trap Team, honestly.
Is it because of the whole of the main gimmick or something?
No, I like the main gimmick. I do like the main gimmick a lot. One of the things that always rubbed me the wrong way is how generic a lot of the AI or a lot of the UI looked. Like comparatively to Swap Force, it's like instead of the little custom renders that they made for that game, which looked really pretty, they just used the character render for all of them, and then they also use like just this generic font. All of the the damage calculations have this really thin font. It literally looks like the basic font that I have when I just like drag a text box into Power Director. It was also really buggy. Like I went back and played the game, and it was just like the game did not like to work with me.
I'm
a lot of the.
Sorry, I've been really itchy lately because like my work involves like a lot of yard work with a lot of cutting stuff. So I got into something, and while the initial rash has gone away, new rashes have been popping up, and I just feel so itchy. And the worst part about it is it's right at my waistline, which means the shorts I'm wearing are right on the itchy area, and it just feels like I'm on fire.
I really hope Death Battle makes Chaos and Lord Vortex, but it's an army battle. I guess.
I think that kind of matchup doesn't need to be an army fight, but it would be cool if it was.
I really don't think so either. I don't think so either, because then it kind of distracts from Chaos himself.
Like, but Bowser versus Eggman, obviously, like, Bowser and Eggman are like, the main focus, but, like, the armies add to them. They don't take anything away.
Right. Like, for Chaos and Lord Vortex specifically, I think it takes away from them because both of them just kind of bide their time until they need to fight. So it would not really be that gratifying to just watch their armies basically get a draw between each other, because I don't think there's like, I mean, now I'm thinking about it, that the bosses in the Skylanders series would actually. It also depends on what army do we give? What do we give Chaos and what do we not give Chaos?
Yeah, like, I was gonna ask that because like Chaos swaps out a gimmick every other game, so what do we give Chaos?
It's not even that. It's like with Trap Team, how we had like the Doom Raiders.
Yeah.
It kind of like flip-flops between if they work with him or not, because in the game I think they work with him just fine.
In the game, I don't think the Doom Raiders would really be. I don't think the Doom Raiders would really be factored into here, because even when they did even when he freed them from their prison, they did not like him. Like they were grateful, obviously, but Golden Queen was still their leader, and she only tolerated him. And eventually, he and Golden Queen got into a fight that he lost, and eventually he took center stage. He took over at the last second again when Golden Queen was defeated.
I think in the show it works more like that, but Chaos is a huge simp in that show. I think Chaos actually does in the show. I think there is a point where he does actually gain enough power that he literally cannot be stopped by them.
Yeah, like Golden Queen literally cannot use her Midas touch on him at some point.
So like because he just becomes too powerful, and I think in that regard, I think that he would absolutely or Chaos would absolutely be able to have them, but that depends on what canon we're giving him.
We give Chaos everything? Really? Like, you give him the Fist of Arcus even though that was destroyed? You give him the Traptanium? You give him, like, that weird Super Saiyan Broly form that you got in Imaginators?
I don't think we can give him the Fist of Arcus, but I guess the other one. I mean, if we did give him everything, we were to not include the Fist of Arcus, maybe as like an alternate scenario, like how they did with Bowser.
Yeah, like different alternate scenarios depending on his most powerful forms, and see which one gives him the best outcome.
Oh yeah, you know what? It would be. I don't think we would really need the Fist of Arcus because super evil Chaos exists.
Oh yeah, the souped up giant purple Chaos fueled by what was it?
It's literally like crystallized darkness.
Yeah, evil. It's like, yeah, I remember that form.
No. We give Chaos the Chaos Arrow. I mean...
Ooh, do we give Chaos the Hydra he had in the first game?
Sure. I don't really care that much about the Hydra, to be honest. But sure. We don't give Chaos the Darkness from Superchargers.
Yeah, because like I don't think he even had full control over that, and for once he wasn't the final boss of that game. The Darkness was.
Even that the Darkness was not here. The Darkness is a really funny case because he wasn't even that strong. He literally Asgore from the memes could beat him. If you just literally driving in my car right after.
I don't even remember the lines from that meme.
I remember them, but just if I could just imagine Asgore just driving, just taking a nice stroll down, and he sees a bump shaped like the Darkness itself and beats it.
Thoughts on Skylander's Harmony
honestly.
song? What was that? Best Skylander final boss ever. My favorite was Traptanium Chaos, personally.
Oh yeah, Harmony is the opening theme for what's it called Academy.
Oh.
I don't really like it.
Really?
I think so.
What was your favorite Skylander's final boss? That's what someone asked.
My favorite. It's a tie between Super Evil Chaos and Darkness. I like those two played. I hate the one from Imaginators because yes, cool. Super Saiyan Chaos. His fight is boring.
You did the one thing you should never do. You gave Chaos hair.
It feels really anticlimactic. Piffle, you too, really? Huh.
I'm not sure what you're referring to with that statement.
What, me not liking Harmony? Stone. Harmony is the song of all time. Hold on one second.
I don't even remember Harmony that much.
I'm gonna tap out for a second.
Okay.
I'll probably be back when I'm gonna go eat something. Bye-bye.
Bye. Alright, it's just you and me, chat. Let me think of a good subject to talk about. Ooh, Pipple mentioned, Undertale. Isn't it crazy how Undertale basically loses all of its matchups? Well, not all of them. There are some where Undertale characters win, but, like, a grand majority of the popular ones, apparently Undertale just loses. Like, the Undertale character just loses. Like, Sans versus Judge is debatable enough. I think I want to side with Sans, but I know there's arguments for Judge in mind. But, like, Asgore versus Andreas, apparently Andreas stomps Asgore. Sidon versus Undyne is apparently very, very close. Like, Josh has gone on record to say that it's literally just one thing that could decide the victor, so I don't know. But, like, I've heard that Ness versus Frisk loses. Kara versus EXE, I'm of the opinion that Kara loses. And anyone else, I don't even know. Like, Flowey versus the Princess is another one that another one where the Undertale character loses. Like, seriously, come up with some kind of matchup that gives Undertale a definitive win. Put some respect on my favorite game, please. Yeah, Undertale loses most of its matchups. I wish it didn't. Maybe there's an Asriel fight out there somewhere where Asriel does win. Hey DB Plays, welcome to the stream. Flowey versus real flowers. Ah. I'm getting farther in this level. Well, the Undertale monsters do lose to a child, so there's that. Yeah, but the in-universe reason for that is that humans are just naturally stronger than monsters. But yeah, when Pitfall comes back, we'll probably switch to a different level. And I just really wish there was some kind of matchup where the Undertale character can definitively win. Because I love Undertale. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Sidon versus Undyne had Undyne win somehow. I would be really happy if Undyne won, but something tells me that Sidon has more advantages in that advantages than disadvantages against Undyne, even with Undying. But again, Josh has said it's a lot closer than people think. I know a matchup where the Undertale character wins. Okay, what's that? Any Realm of Memories update about getting down? No. I'm not sure what you're referring to. let me adjust something real quick. Sorry, just need to adjust something real quick. Steven Universe versus Sans. I don't know if I would say that Sans wins that one. I mean, Steven Universe has quite a bit of scaling to work with. Oh, no, here's one that... No, wait, there is one I thought of that where the Undertale character wins. Sans versus Springtrap. Which was a pitch matchup, by the way. And no disrespect to the person who pitched that, but I do not get that matchup in the slightest. Like, the only connection is popular indie game characters. That is it. If Sans can target his diamond, then he could win. Do you have a least favorite final boss from Undertale? Of the 3 we have? Okay. Reminder that least favorite does not equal bad in any way. All the final bosses of an Undertale are great to fantastic. But if you had to twist my arm and tell me which one of those final bosses was my least favorite, I would honestly go with Omega Flowey. Now, why? Admittedly, I'm not entirely sure. But I guess... I guess it's just because, I don't know. I guess it just doesn't bring me the same amount of enjoyment that Sans and Asriel do. But it's still a great final boss. And 100% and is a great final boss. Have you played Deltarune? Only chapters 1 and 2. No spoilers, please. If Death Battle's first Undertale matchup is something like Sans versus Gojo or Kara versus Sukuna and say JJK was inspired by Undertale, I'm gonna lose it. Was it inspired by Undertale or was it not? Sans fight equals enjoyment, what? Yeah, I get enjoyment out of the Sans fight. Yes, it's hard, but it's meant to be. I know a perfect matchup for Bowser Jr. and no, it isn't Metal Sonic or Sage. Do you want to know who it is? Who is it, Yumo? Porky Minch from the Mother series. Porky versus Bowser Jr.? I mean, I guess that could work. I mean, Gojo is blue and white and with invincibility, and Sukuna is red and black theme with 20 power-ups. I mean, I guess that makes sense. But I don't know. Sans versus Skullman. From Mega Man? Nah. But I guess while on the subject of matchups, I came up with an idea a while ago that I think is pretty neat. Not sure if it really works thematically or whatever. But I just came up with an idea while listening to Cuphead music and thought, hey, this could be fun. Want to hear what the matchup is? Thoughts on Deku versus Pit? I mean, their attitudes are the same, but I don't know if I would put them together specifically. But the matchup I came up with is Chef Saltbaker from Cuphead versus Madame Grape from Princess Peach Showtime. What'd you think? What are your thoughts on the matchup between the End from Sonic versus the Absolute Solver? I suppose that works. Not sure how well it would go, but it works. Did you guys hear the matchup? I said it was Chef Saltbaker versus Madame Grape. Cuphead versus Princess Peach Showtime. No opinion? Maybe not so sure. That sounds pretty fun. I have mixed opinions on that death bat. Not a bad idea. What's funny is that I mentioned this in a server and I'm in. Like, we came up with this idea. And we came up with several different track names that I want to make a poll on to see what you guys think. Several different track names that is for the matchup in question, surprisingly. And some are pretty good, some are not, in my opinion. But we'll see what you guys think in a little bit. We'll make a poll. Anton Blast Satan versus Cuphead Satan. The devil versus Satan. Wow. I haven't played Anton Blast, so I can't say if that'd be fun or not, but from the few clips I've seen of Anton Blast Satan, he seems like a goofball that would mesh well with the devil. Connection, please? For what? I know Saltbaker, but who the hell is the other one? Madame Grape is from Princess Peach Showtime. She's the main villain of that game. Alright, you know what? We're clearly getting nowhere. We'll move on to a different level now. And we'll make that poll in the meantime. So, the track names that we came up with in the... Hang on. What is the best track name? Not traff name for Chef Saltbaker versus Madame Grape. Cuphead versus Super Mario. Technically. Even... Alright, the names in question are Bake Center Stage, which is a play on the words Take Center Stage. Next one was Salted Grape. Delicious Last Dance. And last minute concessions. All right. Get your votes in. The top one is the one I came up with, by the way. It was originally Baking Center Stage, but I changed it to Bake Center Stage because I think it fits a little better. All right. We'll let that go on. And in the meantime... worst boss fight you fought, Sonic does not count. I'd have to really think on that, but Takumi from Fire Emblem Fates was pretty bad. Hey, Preston. Well, welcome to the stream. But I guess to shift topics, did you guys hear that Gaslight District got greenlit? Gaslight District is now going to be more than just a pilot. It's going to be a full-fledged series. Do you, by the way, want to know why about? I think you said, hang on. Army will rivals the main character. We'll tell you the more. I mean, I can see the connections you laid out, Mel. It can work, but I think Porky Mince versus Eric Cartman is a bit more popular than that. What about The Greatest Recipe? A play on The Greatest Showman. Oh, that's cool, too. That's a good one. We can make two. We can make 2 polls. We can make another poll after this one, depending on who wins. Because I know there was another one. Another one was, Delicious Last Show instead of Delicious Last Dance. But if you guys can think of any other ones, we can always make another one. Alright. The Green Light District. How would you guys describe a Gaslight District to somebody who hasn't seen it? Because, like, from what little I've seen of it, it seems like Hell of a Boss meets the Addams Family. At least to me. Do you guys know about the Addams Family? You know, the family of disturbing people who take pleasure in like macabre and gothic stuff. Another one I thought of is Bake a Leg. Oh, that's a good one too. I'll have to share that one. I'll have to share these around. Alright, focus on the traps. Yep. Yep. Ooh. Okay. Plus, Bowser Jr. is a way to counter the Porky Minch absolutely safe capsule. Cool. Opinions on Ultra M. Cool design, but... Nothing the right... I mean, besides that cool design... I think Ultra M as a character is fine. Like, clearly he's... Like, clearly there's a... I like that there's an actual story being attempted with him, but... Some of them complain about the story not being good, and I can definitely see their perspective. But then again, it's an FNF mod. I don't think expecting the greatest story ever was a good idea. A comedic mafia show with the themes of religion. Huh. Wednesday Addams versus Lucy Loud. I mean, Wednesday does have her own show. Tell you what, guys. Once the new episodes of The Gaslight District get announced, I think I might try to watch the show. Like, at some point or another, I'll live stream my reaction to the pilot and see if we want to continue. How's that sound? Who needs good writing when you have hype moments and aura? Counterpoints, hype moments and aura work because of good writing. Because, like, if Avengers Endgame had, like, the worst writing imaginable, which some people do think it does, but they're idiots. If some people think they... If Avengers Endgame had abysmal writing, but all the same, like, hype moments, then I don't think it would have landed nearly as well as it did. Yes, watch, please. Yeah, imagine if Fallout and Hell of a Boss had a baby and it had a college degree by murder drones. That's quite a statement. Who do you think would win my matchup idea? What matchup idea was that, Leo Infinite? Oh, Wednesday Addams versus Lucy Loud. I don't know who Lucy Loud is. I'm guessing she's from... It sounds like a Loud House character, but I'm not sure. It's alright, Mario and Sonic fan. Glad you... And we all got stuff we need to take care of. Gotta be very careful around these parts. And I immediately died the moment I say that. Nice. Doesn't that work out just brilliantly? So Dexter is beating Jimmy Neutron. I've heard that, like, Dexter has just crazy amounts of tech and Toon Force that could overwhelm Jimmy. But I'm not too knowledgeable on the debate of Jimmy Neutron versus Dexter. Thoughts on the new SpongeBob game? It looks cool. Looks like looks fun. Though I never finished the Cosmic Shake, by the way. And I find it funny how many like SpongeBob 3D platformers we're getting. Like after like Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, we got the Cosmic Shake a little bit later. We got the Patrick Star Show afterwards, and we also got and now we're getting Titans of the Tide. I mean, it's cool, but where did the sudden increase come from? Did Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated really sell that well? Thing is, Lucy is just a normal human with very little supernatural experience, while Wednesday has lived and breathed the supernatural, so it's a complete stomp. Yeah, Wednesday and her family constantly get up to like spooky supernatural shenanigans on the daily. Hell, some would argue that the whole family is supernatural given what they get up to. Nice. All right. Trust me, one game could change everything. Apparently. Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory is very durable. Plus, a lot more weapons made for combat. Ever. The Adams would love Gotham City. Yeah, they'd especially love Scarecrow. Though I don't know how Batman will react to them. Ah. No, go back. Get that strawberry. Go back. Hey Tony, you want to hear the name of my ASYM horror game? Whatever that is, sure. Do you mean to say Asylum? Arkham Batman versus Absolute Batman. I feel like Absolute Batman would cook Arkham Batman. I mean, have you seen what he deals with? Have you seen, like, the sheer size of Killer Croc and Bane? Killer Croc is literally 90% mouth. Like, the design of Killer Croc is absurd. His teeth go down his shoulder. Like, go down the sides of his chest. Just so he could open up a gaping maw. Absolute Bane is scary. Yeah, he turned into basically a kaiju. Asymmetrical horror games, aka Dead by Daylight inspired by aka Forsaken Outcome memories and such, but oh, asymmetrical horror. Yeah, I've heard of that. What's the name of it? Man, I am so itchy today. I'm taking my meds, but really hate this. Also, Tony, on that point, of Adam's family loving Scarecrow, counterpoint, doesn't everybody love Scarecrow? Not in Gotham City, they don't. I am so out of it today. I don't know if Venom is beating Absolute Bane. No, he wouldn't. Probably not. Though, with his recent buffs in the comics, maybe. I mean, Venom is basically a herald now. Thoughts on Lego Batman? Which Lego Batman? There are many Lego Batman. Alright. Sonic the Hedgehog versus Peppino Spaghetti. Sonic wins. Though, actually, what version of Sonic are you using? Oh? Did someone... I got a notification. Hang on, let me look at the stream replay. Oh, Silence46 has subscribed. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to the... Welcome. Alright. Congrats on getting a subscriber. Thank you. Fans are calling Batman out for not killing the Joker. My point is, why didn't he kill Zsasz? That guy is worse than Joker. Batman lives by a code that he knows that he can kill someone. He just chooses not to. Because in his mind, if he continues to kill, the moment he kills someone, he can't trust himself to be the savior of Gotham anymore. And what's funny is that there was one moment in the comics where Batman was fully willing to kill the Riddler, but Joker was actually the one to stop him. Because he refused to let Batman kill anyone but him. Like, he was not going to let the Riddler be the one to have Batman break his no-kill rule on. So Batman is aware that he could kill any one of these guys. He just chooses not to. Classic Sonic? I think Classic Sonic would still win. Who do you think would win, Steve or the Terrarian? I've heard arguments for both sides. I think the Terrarian is more powerful, but it's Steve's own Haxes and Arsenal would be a bit difficult for the Terrarian. But as it currently, I don't know. Noble of a flawed mentality from Batman. I guess. I mean, I would have killed Joker 1,000 times over, but I understand that sometimes being better, I understand that sometimes if you cross a line, what other lines will be crossed in the future, and how dangerous could that make you as an individual? For any Minecraft fan says creative Steve, the Terrarian also has creative mode. Oh, so that cancels each other. Why do you feel like I hate the Tanga from I wouldn't say I hate the Tanga, it's just that, what is there to care about? Like, do any of you care about the Tanga from Super Mario Land? That weird alien thing that kidnapped Princess Daisy? Like, what is there to care about? Hell, I don't even have enough energy to hate the guy. I just feel nothing. How do you power skill Thomas the Tank Engine? By taking everything he does, literally. Including that one of the intros for, like, the movies where he circumnavigates the planet. Princess Daisy was once a damsel? Yep, in her debut game, Super Mario Land. She was a damsel in distress. Now she's Luigi's girlfriend. Though on the subject of Daisy and her relationship with Luigi, all in favor of Luigi versus Daisy being better than Peach versus... No, wait. Who likes Luigi x Daisy versus... who likes Luigi x Daisy more than Mario and Peach? Raise your hand. Who likes Luigi and Daisy more than Mario and Peach? Because I do. Suck it, Waluigi. And in case anyone's wondering, yes, I'm aware of Nintendo supposedly friend-zoning Mario. Say, Mario and Peach are just friends. Like, come on, guys. Like, I refuse to believe, like, they actually mean that. Because I think they're just scared to commit. Like, they're literally just scared to commit to anything in Mario. Because, like, Mario's got to be flexible. You got to come up with new ideas, regardless of if they break the lore or whatever. So let's not have any Mario lore. Let's just do whatever we want. And if we do want lore, we'll introduce it once and then have it not matter for the rest of the franchise. Okay, good. Everybody's raising their hands. Me, raise hand, raise hand. Peach would be as someone who doesn't save her a bunch of times. What, like Bowser? You think she should get with the shell, get with the Koopa? Because while he does love her, I don't think she would be the happiest with Bowser. Imagine if Sega did it with Sonic and Amy. They used to, but nowadays they're more. It seems like they're getting more flexible. Though Ian Flynn seems to not fully understand what Sonic and Amy mean. How is Peach gonna have a kid with Bowser? I mean, when you think about it, babies in the Mario universe are delivered via storks. So they come from somewhere. The question is where and how. No, don't turn the matchup into a ship. Wait, so that means Bowser Jr. is also adopted? Technically? When did I say I ever hated Mecha Knuckles from Sonic Advance selling in his kitchen? It feels like you're constantly making all these assumptions about my feelings on particular individuals when I've either never spoken about them or said pretty much the exact opposite on how you think I feel about them. Ugh! That one little jump always gets me. Gotta do that last little jump perfectly. What are your thoughts on Sin X Sonic.exe? As a matchup or as a ship? As a ship, no. As a matchup, I guess that's fine. Last time I mentioned that, you didn't say anything. Well, then why did you assume I hated Mecha Knuckles? If I don't say anything, it's either I missed your reply, or I don't have any strong feelings on it one way or the other. Which is the case for Mecha Knuckles. I feel nothing towards Mecha Knuckles. I don't even hate him. He just exists. People actually ship Sin and Sonic.exe. Why? I had to leave for a bit. What did I miss? Not sure when you were last in the chat, Hardhead guy, but we've had many a fruitful discussion. Anton versus Deltarune spoiler. Oh. Unless Bowser Jr. is Bowser's son, but he came out from him. Oh. Ugh, I'm not finishing that. Here's something funny. Zoe Knuckles versus Knuckles. What? Thoughts on Super Mario Bros. Z? I actually never watched Super Mario Bros. Z. I've heard it's fun, but I mainly only know it because of Metallics. Rank all of the Murder Drones antagonists from worst to best. All 4 of them. Okay. Antagonists? So this would include Sin, Doll, Jay, and I guess Alice? Or would V be included in that discussion? Would V count as an antagonist? Would V count as a Murder Drones antagonist? Because that'd be 5. Who is Metallics? He is the metals. He is the new metal. He is a version. He's a Sonic robot from Super Mario Bros. Z who says, "I'll crush you" over and over again. I don't think V is an antagonist. I mean, she was for a time, but she grew. She became much better over time. But if you don't count V, then that would leave Sin, Jay, Alice, and Doll. All right, from worst to best for those 4. At the bottom is Alice. She was a pointless addition, and I don't even understand why she was even a thing. Like, she showed up for like 10 minutes, did some mildly creepy stuff, and then dipped. Next is Jay. Kind of a similar situation, but at least Jay actually had some kind of role in the story initially, despite being a jobber. Like, she is a very big jobber. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it was actually her name. If the serial designation J was actually serial designation jobber, but at least she did more than Alice. After that is Doll. I like Doll. I wish she had more screen time. But unfortunately, she got after her initial episode, she was basically sidelined. And at the top, the best Murder Drones antagonist is, of course, Sin. I really like Sin. She's creepy, she's funny, she's very threatening. I just really like her. I don't know, because I did not watch Murder Drones in a while. I've been thinking about rewatching Murder Drones, especially since the graphic novel is apparently coming out soon. But, I will say, there was something about... I believe Gooseworks of the Digital Circus fame came out and said that Glitch is actually very open, very accommodating for people who want to tell stories on their team. And apparently the reason that Murder Drones did not get a second season, and likely won't, is because the head producer, Liam Vickers, thinks that there's nowhere else for the story to go. Like, he thinks he told the complete story he wanted to tell and would like to leave it live. And Gooseworks is a similar case with Digital Circus. Like, sure, a season 2 could happen, but with the way she has everything formatted, I don't think... She thinks that there's nothing else to do beyond that point. Which is good. I definitely think that more showrunners should have more freedom when it comes to their games. Shows. What they... and the kind of stories they want to tell. Like, however big they want their stories to be, they should have the time and the budget necessary to make that happen. Does the Absolute Solver count as a villain? Yeah, but it's mainly attached to Sin. So, Sin and the Absolute Solver are kind of conjoined at the hip. That battle was wrong about Eggman only taking over a planet, but in Sonic Generations where he takes out the entire timeline. Almost does, but yeah. But I think that was mainly in reference to their armies specifically, but even so, Eggman has done better than just the planet. Do you ship any Digital Circus characters? I have really grown fond of Jackson Pomni. Don't get me wrong, Jax is a jerk. Very much so. But recent developments in episode 5 have lended credence to Jackson Pomni becoming a thing. Wait, you think the princess from Slay the Princess is the strongest indie game character? Yes, I do. You want to know why? Because the princess, from what I know, is basically an inevitable concept. Like, throughout all the routes you can take in Slay the Princess, her final form, the shifting mound, is an inevitability. Like, it is a... Like, unless you specifically divert from that route, no matter... Unless you specifically get the princess to keep looping... The game will inevitably go towards a shifting mound, and that thing is basically on a conceptual part of reality. And you would have to like find some way to erase her as an idea in order to stop the shifting mound. I think Doll is more of a foil to Uzi as a bad ending if she didn't find and let her sadness overtake her. And in like, kind of, but if that was the case, what was meant to be, I wish they had expanded upon that more. Because otherwise, Doll is just kind of on her own. Also, Flowey is screwed as a princess as his matchup. Kind of, but if we include Azrael Dreamer in the discussion, he also gets the Hypergoner, which can erase entire timelines. So, would that be enough? And apparently it can also delete entire files, like off your computer. So, would that be enough? Would the Hypergoner be enough to kill the princess? Some have argued yes, others have argued no. But what do you guys think? Super Mario vs. Peppino Spaghetti. Nah. I mean, it's very surface level. I don't think I like it. Maybe. Can Sans handle the princess? No. I don't know. Which is better, Uzi, Solver Uzi, or Possessed Uzi? I'm not really too big on Uzi in general, though I may need to rewatch Murder Drones to properly digest it again, so I can get a better view on Uzi, maybe. But I guess out of those three, Possessed Uzi is just Sin, Solver Uzi is just her with extra powers. And normal Uzi is just Uzi. So, I guess I don't really have an answer for that right now. I really like the idea of Doll being Uzi's shadow. Yeah. But if that was meant to be the case, then it should have been developed more. Maybe the graphic novel will do that. Who knows? Sans versus dead people. You guys will put Sans up against anybody. How powerful is Sans compared to the princess? Let's just say the princess is out of his league by a country mile. Thoughts on Nori being alive? I mean, I didn't understand it at first. I thought it was a retcon, but people explained to me that it wasn't. But I mean, I guess it works for Uzi's story, but I don't know, like, Nori feels like... Nori doesn't feel entirely necessary. Like, you could... It feels like she doesn't really add much in the grand scheme of things, aside from a little bit of exposition, which even then the flashback did already. Yeah, in terms of Nori as a character, I don't really care. So among the top 10 strongest video game characters without indie games, where does the princess rank? Well, if you saw my latest video, you would see. I know a character Sans can also beat. Who? Thoughts on Forsaken? I don't know what that is. There are a lot of Forsakens out in the world. Sans versus Caillou. Oh, don't do that. Like, I know everybody hates Caillou, but let's not feed the kid to Sans. It's a Roblox game. Forsaken Roblox. I feel like that's ringing a bell, but I'm not sure which one. I am making a game in G developed. It is more of a tutorial than a real game. What's it called? Pyromaster? Ah, missed it. But it is a character Sans can defeat. Yes, but it's inhumane. And at that point, it's still a loss. Because you made Sans kill a child. And not even a genocidal child, just a child. Sans versus the script of the B movie. Well, Sans is better written than the entirety of B movie. Thoughts on Count Bleck? He's neat. I'm not quite as into his character as a lot of other people are, but he's a very interesting antagonist. Bro, I could beat Caillou. Yeah, everybody could beat Caillou. My grandma could beat Caillou. She wouldn't want to, but she can. Opinions on the FNAF 2 trailer. It actually looks like it's taking notes from the first one. Like it's actually trying to improve things and actually make it scarier. I'm excited to see the puppet in particular and Mangle. Wonder how they're gonna do. Ugh, dang. Why do people like Elder Princess Shroob so much? Mainly the boss fight. The boss fight, the music, and the music. Which are good. But I don't think that lends much credence to Elder Princess Shroob as a character. Alright. I'm gonna try going about this in a different order. Ah, missed the thing. Okay, someone please explain the Caillou hate. Did I miss something? Everyone hates Caillou for basically just being who he is. They hate that he's whiny and that he cries a lot and that he's really a jerk, and that Caillou's parents apparently suck as parents. And like, he is a kid on the one hand, like a very young kid, but at the same time, the writing in the show, when you look back on it, just wasn't that good. Like, and like, there are morals that kids should learn, but Caillou is the wrong person they should be learning it from. Sans versus Animator. The Animator can just delete him. He is 4 years old. Yeah. Have you ever heard about the... Ha 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 ha. Very funny email. What's up, TS? Hey, Mo2. Sans versus Frieza. You guys, once again, you guys will put Sans up against anybody. I called it Monster Slayer. It is a wave defense game with assets from that tutorial. I think I could take Sans, Will. I know it's gonna sound like, I know that immediately says, you can't take him. No, I can take him. I can take Sans. Like, I know his pattern. I know his boss fights. I know the exact tricks to beat him. So I could definitely take Sans in a fight. Sans versus Silver the Hedgehog. Silver wins. What are you gonna do? Use your anti-mimic killer gun? Have you heard of the FNAF 1 reboot, FNAF Anniversary by The Unwithered Truth? That sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. Thoughts on Valentino from Hazbin Hotel? I do not watch Hazbin Hotel. Nor do I really want to. It only works on Mimic. Bold of you to assume that it doesn't have other settings. Or that I don't have other powers. It has been in a hotel. I keep hearing more matchups for Dante and Virgil for DMC, but I, for some reason, don't hear Nero being talked about in the discussion. Got any suggestions? The most popular one for Nero is Hellboy, specifically. I think that's neat. Other options include Viola, because of course, and also Magic from Marvel. Not sure if that works, but it is an option. But those are the main three that I've heard. What's the worst version of Sonic? My least favorite would have to be Sonic Underground Sonic. Like, I do think there are ways you could incorporate like elements of Sonic Underground into the main canon, but I don't know. Sonic Underground as a show, while I enjoyed it as a kid, looking back on it, it's not that great. Yeah. I want to check back on this poll. It's been about an hour. Let's see what else this poll, how far this poll is going. "46, 37 minutes ago. Delicious Last Dance is actually leading the pack. Huh. That's surprising, but good for it. All right. Give it about 10 more minutes, and then we'll make another poll for the Chef Saltbaker versus Madame Grape. Sans versus the entire cast of Seinfeld. My birthday's coming soon. Oh, what day is that, Xeno Jamie? Hey, TS, what time is it there? It is 4:30. It is 4:30 where I am. Right. August 7th. Oh, cool. That's in 5 days. Got any plans for your birthday? August 7th is the same day my mom has as her birthday. Oh, cool. 6:30 in the morning here in Seoul, Korea. Oh. You're on the other side of the world, huh? Like, it's probably tomorrow where you... it's probably tomorrow where you are. Relative to my today, at least. I live in Denmark. Huh. Fun fact, I am a Muslim in Saudi Arabia. Ooh. Interesting. I did not know that. I've been wondering, what started the idea of death battles in the first place? Just random people saying, hey, who do you think would win in a fight? This character or that character? And then some people decided, hey, let's make this a show. And we'll animate fights between them. And now look where we are. Yep, the date is August 3rd. Uh-huh. It's August 2nd where I am. You're almost a full day ahead of me. That's so stupid. It's not stupid. People come up with these kind of debates all the time. You're telling me you never had these kind of conversations with your buddy? Made it really far that time. My throat's giving out. What crossover do you think Murder Drone should have? I would love a Sonic the Hedgehog crossover. Murder Drone's characters with Sonic characters. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Just my throat's getting sore. You know, I feel like these streams have become a lot less about me getting the golden strawberries and more just chill streams where we just get where you guys and me just get a chance to talk. You know, just have random discussions about random things, which is great. I love sitting down with the chat and just talking about random stuff while I throw myself at a wall. The reason why people keep asking you why you hate the Mimic, even though you made a video on it, it's because we didn't get much info on it. Well, you can get more info by watching the dang video. I grow tired of saying this. This is just chat and stream disguised as Celeste challenge. Basically, yeah. I mean, Celeste music is very peaceful to listen to, so that helps. Alright. Sans versus me when I'm angry. Are you angry during a genocide run? Because technically, because if you have ever been, then you've already beaten him. Thoughts on K-pop Demon Hunters? I have not seen that movie, but I've heard it's really good. My cat Simba came to my room. He's so cute. Aw, kitty. I lived with my grandma for a little bit, and she had 4 cats. No idea where they are now. Didn't know it would become a thing in the future. Yeah. When I was a kid, me and my buddies would always debate about who would win, Batman or Superman. I mean, the comics did that too. Like, they had multiple comics of Batman and Superman fighting. Sans Undertale versus the IRS. I feel like Yoshi would be better at taking on the IRS than Sans. Someone's asking about my sister's depression that I mentioned last year. Yeah, it's gone now. It seems mostly gone now. She's fine. She's doing great, actually. Hey. I just checked, and your Eron a Hat in Time is behind your video expressing your disdain about the Mimic. Like only 200 views. Neat. Huh. Well, what do you know? Yeah, geeky things weren't that much in the 90s in Seoul, Korea. Well, over here in America, they absolutely were. If you had a favorite song from Sonic 06, which would it be? Dreams of an Absolution. No, wait. His World, Solar Space 2. That is my favorite song from Sonic 06. Common pick, I know, but can you really blame me? Tony Sonic, I have created a new weapon for you, but it isn't creative. What is it? I'm really sorry your sister had to go through that, Tony. Glad they're doing better. Yeah, it was a trying time for us. But anyways, how about we bash our head against a different wall? Alright. Let's check back at this poll. Alright, seems like Delicious Last Dance is the winner of this poll. Now, I know we got other options, so let's end this poll. The next poll will add Delicious Last Dance to this new one to see if it holds up. Another one I heard was Delicious Last Show. Hang on. Another one I heard was Bake a Leg. And one more. This is for Chef Saltbaker versus Madame Grape, by the way, in case you're confused. Sans versus his crippling gambling addictions. I don't think he has that. The greatest recipe. Yeah, okay, that's a good one. The greatest recipe. There we go. All right, now we have our new options. Have at it. But what level do we want to torture ourselves next? I know, let's do one we haven't done on. We will do the B-side of the summits. Because why the heck not? That's why the heck not. But we'll still do it. Alright. I have not practiced this level at all. As you can evidently see. Here's your new weapon, Tony, the anti-viola killer gun. Thank you. I will probably use it once and never again, because it's designed for one purpose. Alright. Dang. Wow. I feel like Sans vs. Car is underrated as a rivalry. I don't like using Kara specifically. Like, yeah, everyone blamed them for the genocide, but they're wrong anyways, as the fandom has come to realize. Like, it's not them that's responsible, it is you. Sans versus God. How many Sand matchups are you gonna come up with? Have you seen the CG5 song called Imitation? No, I have not. What are your thoughts on Indie Cross? I have said it many times, Indie Cross is peak. Really looking forward to what comes next, even if we'll have to wait 2 years to do so. Okay, you know what? We're not even getting past the first room, so we're not even getting past. Don't restart the chapter. I meant to return to the map. Wrong button. We're not even getting. All right, Selena's Kitchen. This is your last chance. Stop it. Stop assuming I hate everything just because I don't immediately answer your question. Stop assuming that I hate every character you talk about. I don't even hate Ink Bendy and Bendy and the Ink Machine. I actually like that character. Just stop. I'm getting really fed up with your antics. Please. Have you seen Super All-Stars, bro? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Yeah, we're switching over from B-Side Summit to Normal Summit because I'm more confident with the Normal Summit, surprisingly. Do you think Death Battle downplayed Crash Bandicoot? Not really. I mean, most Crash characters don't get higher than Planetary, anyways. All Sans versus matches remind me of Astrobot's stream. Yeah. I hope the main cast go to Hollow Nest and to meet Hornet or Deltarune World just for Nico and Chris interactions. Morrow has said that Deltarune won't be involved because he only wants to to have one Toby Fox game represented on the show, but I mean, they could always go to Hollow Nest, though. Judging by where the night was by the end, and how quickly Genocide Frisk arrived, I don't know if there's anybody left in Hollow Nest. I could tell you how powerful Crash Bandicoot is, but I know you're going to tell me he's higher... Oh, if I tell you he's got higher dimensional level, you're going to be very annoyed. Let me guess. Does the higher dimension come from the birds from Twin Sanity, claiming that they are masters of the infinite universe? Is that where higher dimensional Crash comes from? Because if so, I don't believe that. No, it's from a game where he fights 10-dimensional beings. Name it, source it, explain. Because that never happens in Crash Bandicoot. I promise you. Thoughts on Super Mario Bros. 2? It's a fun enough game. Not one of my favorites, but it's there. I have just heard it from a Crash Bandicoot fanboy. Oh, that's a totally trustworthy source then. Did he even give you the name of the game? Tony versus the comedy of DBZ Abridged. Okay. And I won't say that, as I feel like Hornet is stupid enough to fight Frisk at all. Maybe Hornet could have survived. But consider... Piff?
I'm back.
Piffle's back, everybody!
What's been happening since I've been gone?
A lot of things, but the main thing that's been... if you're wondering what the poll is, this is the second of two polls we started. I actually came up with a matchup while you were gone.
Uh-huh.
It is Chef Saltbaker from Cuphead versus Madame Grape from Princess Peach Showtime.
Huh?
You didn't hear me?
I know who both of those characters... No, I know who both of those characters are. I don't get the correlation.
I just thought it'd be a fun idea. I was listening to Chef Saltbaker's boss music and thought, hey, this could be a fun idea. And so I came up with it.
Yes.
And then
I don't want an ad for... Sorry.
And then we started coming up with track names. The first of the four were Bake Center Stage, Delicious Last Dance, Salted Grape, and Last Minute Concessions. out of all those, Delicious Last Dance won. What do you think?
I think that's. Hold on. Sorry. I'm getting back into the swing of things. Because I was just doing something with my family.
Oh?
To be more specific, I was, y'all know Bean Boozle? like the thing with, like, the half, like, half of the jelly beans actually have, like, good flavor, and the other just have a absolutely rancid flavor.
Yeah?
Also, I like the greatest recipe. I just did that with my family, and we didn't do an entire session of it. We just did a little bit of it, and we just did 3 beans each. 2 out of 3 of them for me were bad flavors, and they were barf and burnt rubber.
Ugh! That's terrible.
So I now have the distinct taste of burnt rubber in my mouth.
Burnt rubber and barf. Ugh. What was the good flavor?
I got berry blue. But
Berry
even then, it was like
blue.
a win-win way. It was a win-win either way, because I was either gonna get berry blue or toothpaste, which in jelly bean form, that is not bad at all.
Anyone else eat toothpaste as a kid? As a dumb kid?
I mean, someone is obviously one of us has accidentally eaten some toothpaste.
Toby's like, ew. Why?
Yeah, that's the point. It's Bean Boozled. The whole point is they're literally 2 identical beans. So like the alternatives to those, by the way, were peach and licorice.
Dang it, I messed up.
Respectively. So like I like if you guys think like the burnt rubber thing was like really bad, my alternative was licorice. That's a lose-lose.
Not really fond. I'm not really. I mean, I tasted licorice once, didn't like it. Not sure how it would translate to a bean.
I mean, it does translate pretty well, but it's still licorice. The only licorice I like is Twizzlers. And I don't even particularly like Twizzlers that much.
No, licorice is not my kind of candy.
Good, you're not an old person. I am a certified old person because some of my favorite candies are strawberry bonbons and little caramel candies, caramel candies.
I ate it so much that I had a surgery on my belly for it. I also ate dirt as a kid. Wow.
What should I drink? Drink what?
Drink water, yes. Drink soda occasionally. Drink milk, yes. Have it with breakfast every morning. Drink alcohol once in a while, maybe. Drink tar? Do you want to die?
See, here's the thing. I've never actually had. I don't really have milk with my breakfast that much.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I
to be
don't have
fair,
milk in my
I was in a
breakfast
phase
either.
where I didn't really like milk all that much, so I didn't have it that much. But then I got back into the swing of things, and milk's actually really good. It's nice to have a glass of milk
is
with your
fine.
breakfast.
Milk is fine. I don't even particularly like milk with cookies.
That might be considered
It depends on
offensive
the
to some.
No, it depends on the cookie. If it's a cookie that relies a lot on the flavor and texture of the cookie itself, dissolving it in the milk makes it taste just like milk. If it's something like an Oreo where it still maintains the actual taste, then sure. Cliffle, do you like murder drones of the show? If so, what character is your favorite? I don't really like murder drones that much as the show. I'm so sorry.
I mean, you certainly seem to check out of it by after like episode 4.
Because because I got to episode 4 and I'm like, I'm losing the plot. You need to, with a show like this, it's imperative that you at least get with a show that's that short. You need to, it needs to be imperative that you actually keep me in the know as the show's going on. The first 4 episodes didn't feel that connected. It's on literally everything that was going on. Because they were just like, oh yeah, let's let the murderous robot immediately into our humble abode because he's acting nice.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like Murder Drones the show needs to be watched at least twice to like fully get a grasp on everything that's going on. It's like me and Jack missed out on a bunch of stuff. And one person in the comments actually put it best. The show moves way too fast. Like there's barely a moment to breathe and let anything settle.
Yeah, and also I think episode 4 was the one where they went like camping, right?
Yeah, episode 4 was the camping episode.
Yeah, that one I could not make sense of literally anything that was happening. Like, you're telling me that the murderous drone killed somebody in broad daylight and nobody cares?
Apparently not. They're scared of them still, but V and N are just part of the colony now.
I don't get it. Hey Piffle, what is your favorite game genre? Hack and slash 3D platformers. Yes, it's the mix. Yes, it's the mix of the two. You can have both.
Yes, you can have both. I've played both.
Bayonetta, your mystery. Bayonetta is just one of my favorite hack and slashes. It's not actually like.
I mean, there is a little bit of platforming, but it's very much an aside.
Yeah, and also if it's not, and also the platforming isn't in Bayonetta 3, it's not that fun.
Should I watch Murder Drones? I would say give it a shot for yourself. You might enjoy it more than us. But me, personally, I think overall, as a show, Murder Drones is good, but not great. But there are a lot of elements of the show that I really like.
The Amazing Digital Circus is a great show.
This is the greatest show.
The thing with Digital Circus, in which a lot of people tend to not really get why I like it for this reason, but like, it's just a concise story that knows its own form of comedy and sticks to it.
Yeah.
I really like the way that comedy is set up just through character interactions. They did like most of the characters don't really need like that like a stupid catchphrase like the bite me. The more times you say a specific phrase, it gets less and less funny. To me.
I would argue
That's
that
why I
Bite
don't
Me
like
wasn't even
Steven
that funny to
Buffalo.
begin with.
It's not. It's not. You just made her into a stereotypical teenager, and it sucks for her character.
She does get a little bit better as the story goes on, but she's still very much that angst, that kind of person throughout.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's nicer by the end, when she gets with N, but, I don't know, it's still irritating to constantly have the phrase bite me throughout the entire show, to the point where it's literally the song name for the final battle.
Mm-hmm. I get trying to make her like an angsty teen type character, but you can do that without making them a stereotypical one.
Some part of me thinks that was the joke, like she was meant to be like a parody of stereotypical teenagers.
Then make it funny.
Yeah, but they forgot to make it funny.
Mm-hmm. Like, meanwhile, you know why I can look at a gag of like Jax breaking Gangle's mask in every episode and laugh at that? Because the joke develops.
Yeah, the joke develops, and like in episode 5, he doesn't even break the mask, as Kane does through his dark adventure ideas.
So wait, have you watched it?
Yes, I've seen episode 5 of Amazing Digital Circus. I have not seen episodes 2 and 3 though.
Have you seen 4?
Yes, I've seen 4. Don't ask why I skipped out on 2 and 3 and just watched 1, 4, and 5. I'm weird. I've been meaning to catch up.
You just skipped like 2 of the best episodes.
I know. I don't have any excuse for it.
You don't. You don't. How dare you skip the Kinger episode?
I will watch the Kinger episode on my own time.
You know, I'm starting to think one of my favorite lines in the entire series. And you missed the episode with it.
Ah.
But, I mean, you did see episode 4, and episode 4 just has some great moments.
One of my favorite moments in that episode is when Jax goes, "Oh no! It looks like I've taken Ragatha and dropped her in the deep fryer."
The deep fryer.
Like, that is wholesale murder right there.
Mm-hmm. I like episode 5. I like Jax getting character development. And that's what I mean by, like, you can make a jerk character interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If Bakugo had like that same other side to him that Jax really does with the whole thing of what's it called of Ragatha going like he doesn't have any friends, not anymore, and that turn, if Bakugo even had anything on the same level as that, I'd like him.
Yeah, that was the turning point for Jax, the moment, like that stargazing scene.
I love that. You made Jax into more of an actual character.
Like I saw someone make a video essay on like Jackson that episode, and they basically came to the conclusion that he's not really mentally broken or not really designed like an asshole. Like, he's not really always an asshole. He's just grieving after the loss of his friend, and he's currently stuck in the stage of like distancing himself from everyone and being a jerk because he's just so angry inside.
Yeah, I could see that, but I like the theory that he's doing this to keep everyone from extracting.
Like trying to be a source of entertainment for them all, I guess.
No, just trying to do stuff to just trying to like actually stimulate their brains by just simply making sure that they all say okay. By giving them any source of like human interaction that isn't just positivity, to kind of break the monotony that Ragatha gives.
Yeah, he doesn't like Ragatha's fake positivity, as he puts it. Like,
oh yeah, and I can kind of tell that obviously at the end of that episode, Ragatha's very jealous. Mm-hmm. First of all, but like, and I don't get that. Like, I was a Ragatha fan, but I was like, dude. Did you expect to be in this entire circus for this long, and for Jax to just never become friends with Pomni?
I mean, I don't think he's really friends with anyone. He wasn't really friends with anyone besides that frog character in the character beforehand. And I think that Ragatha might have been implying that she was his friend at one point. But after his former friend's abstraction, they kind of split. So I think that she really didn't think that Jax would ever have another friend.
I think it's more jealousy that because she was clearly trying to get Pomni's attention.
Like that bar scene where that bar scene when Jax flaunts how well he's getting along with Pomni, and Ragatha's face is just like that eye is her eye is just bulging out of her socket and gets shot.
Honestly, I don't see it as Ragatha is jealous at the end because I feel like she's nervous that Pomni's gonna abstract because of Jax. I don't think so. I doubt that Jax is going to. It actively made somebody abstract and laugh at it.
I mean, he didn't really care when Kaufmo abstracted, but he wasn't really like he never really poked fun at it. Like he never made it out as a joke.
He made a joke and ran. I don't think I think he's more just trying to dismiss it in his brain and get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he dwells on it too long, it's gonna remind him of Ribbit.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I would. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that Jax made somebody abstract and was super happy about it. There was a reason he was going to that. There was a reason he went to that door in intermission time. Which, by the way, the intermission was beautifully animated.
Beautifully animated, but trippy as heck.
I mean, yeah, like a Cartoon Network thing.
Yeah,
like,
Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon.
Oh yeah. I feel like Jax is better than V. At least Jax is shown to have character development. It made sense. V character is just an I can't. It's just an X and that's it.
Like V in Murder Drones feels like there was supposed to be character development, but it does feel kind of haphazard. Like, there's stuff with, like, her apparently being friends with Lizzie that got, like, no screen time at all. Like, apparently they just became friends off-screen during episode 3, and then all of a sudden they're chill from then on out. And, she does express a soft side for N, particularly. She doesn't really do anything that noble until, like, episode 6.
I don't know. I don't really get why Jax tortures Gangle, though. Like, what the hell did she do? I think it's another thing of Jax is just trying to keep Gangle sane. Because, I mean, we have literally seen what happens when Jax is actively not in the picture to vary up anything.
Yeah.
When literally nobody is in the picture, Gangle is like very, very close to abstracting.
Well, yeah, like episode 4, she was like it was the first time like she almost abstracted. She was literally saved by the buzzer, and the second time, thankfully Pomni was there, but she was very close.
Oh yeah. Also, I don't think Jax is like. I definitely don't think Jax is going to go to like too far of lengths because literally, like, if it is a straight up accident, he'll literally be like. Because remember when he like hit Gangle directly with the ball and was like, what? I seriously didn't mean to do that this time.
Sure, Ragatha didn't believe him, but can you blame her? It's Jax.
Yeah, but literally, if Jax is about to sit there and insist without a smile on his face that he didn't do that on purpose, I'd believe him. Or just like, it looks like he has no reason to lie about that.
Did you see the clips for episode 6 that they showed at that one con?
I did. A loaded gun!
Oh boy. How much you want to bet that Ragatha's gonna get shot?
I really want to believe that she doesn't.
Honestly,
I think she.
If I had to place my money on anybody getting shot, it would be either Ragatha or Zubul. They seem like the most likely candidates to get shot.
Maybe. I feel like it'd be really funny if frame 1 they step into the door and it's like ready go and then Jack just immediately shoots two people.
He just turns it into the House of the Dead mode and just goes guns blazing on everybody.
I mean, episode 5, he literally poached everything and then poached the red ribbon rhinoceros.
Yeah, he would. But I don't know, Mick. Like, it is a trust exercise after all. I wonder if Jax will actually show some restraints during this episode.
He might, because episode 5 was actually supposed to be Ragatha's episode.
Really? That was Ragatha's episode?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the way they do this is they have the focus of the episode go to one person.
Mm-hmm.
And episode 5 I believe was supposed to be Ragatha's episode. Episode 6 is supposed to be Jax's episode.
Really?
So I feel like they both got the development simultaneously. And then that's going to lead into this episode more. Where he gets proper development, which I would enjoy.
Yeah. Garth Lauren says, I don't know. I just don't agree with how quick the internet switched on Ragatha. She had reasonable crash out, and now people are saying she's worse than Jax as a person. I just don't get that. I think what people don't like about Ragatha is like that, like they're seeing the fact that she's not honest with her positivity, and the way she goes about handling her negative emotions is not healthy. Like, her mindset, instead of acknowledging that you have issues and trying to grow past them, her mindset is to just force them down and fake being positive all the time.
Which I get why. Like, she actually does explain it in the bar scene where, like, she never really got that much positive enforcement from her mother. And that is completely fine. The reason I was switching up on Ragatha is not because of the crash out. It's because she just genuinely said something completely out of pocket to Jax. That's like saying, it's like if one of your best friends died, and then you like, it's like one of your best friends literally, like, from Jax's perspective, one of your best friends literally just died.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't know. A while later, somebody makes a joke, like a slight jab at you because you were being rude to someone. Like, well, I mean, he used to have friends, but he doesn't anymore. Like, if you're if your friend died at all, and they were like the closest person to you, and then somebody makes a jab at you for it, if you're a rude person or not, that's just not okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just because Jax is generally rude does not mean that Ragatha can go, that's why your friend's dead.
Like that's crossing a line. And to be fair, I think she did realize what she did at first, but she didn't really apologize until later, and instead just ran over the Kinger, like just tried to deflect it.
She literally apologized and then ran off instead of actually owning up to it. And every time Jax brought it up again, she again deflected. She may have been actually sorry for it, but she shouldn't have said it in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
If Tony was like, that's why your best friend is dead to me, and then immediately apologized for it, I still wouldn't forgive him. He still said it.
Yeah. Like, and I hope I really do not want to end up saying that ever. If I end up saying that, something is very clearly wrong with me.
Tony's getting possessed again. Honestly, Gangle basically got to get back on Jax by torturing him. Just that what he did to her in the flashback scene. Gangle tortured that.
Yeah. That whole analog horror sequence.
Oh yeah, that was just like... everyone always mentions oh, Jax is genuinely mean. Like, can we talk about the fact that we talk about Gangle psychologically torturing Jax?
I mean, he got his comeuppance, and he was forced in the maid outfit, so...
he was he got that, was forced to a maid outfit, was forced to be vegan.
Maid outfit, vegan, constantly shut down by everybody.
Was told that's why your best friend's dead. Like, I would, like, the most Jax has done is bully Gangle a little bit, which is mostly just light teasing or breaking her mask.
Which, to be fair, that mask is very fragile.
Yes, and it still gets repaired, like, every single episode.
Mm-hmm.
But and then like literally everything else is just him. It's just him making a few jokes that everyone has a few screws loose. Jax is like.
Though while on the subject of like Ragatha and Jax, something tells me that I hope this doesn't happen, but something tells me that when it's gonna be Jax and Ragatha's turn in that room, something bad's gonna happen. Like.
I also feel like that.
Like, something is going to happen between the two of them. One of them is going to snap, and either one of them is going to abstract, or one of them is going to get shot.
I don't think Jax is abstracting. And also, I think the whole getting shot thing won't actually kill them because, you know, digital circus.
Yeah.
That'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But if anyone's going to abstract, it's Ragatha.
Yeah. I hope she doesn't abstract. I don't want any of these characters to abstract.
I don't want them to abstract either, but if anyone's doing it, it's Ragatha.
I will say,
also,
I hope that when Ragatha and Jax get their turns with Pomni in that room, we actually get more open conversations about like we had in episode 5. I definitely think we could explore more of Jax's kinder side and what Ragatha really feels deep down. And if anyone would, and if they would open up to anyone about it, they would do it with Pomni.
I will say my favorite part of episode 5 to me is how Jax is kind of a hypocrite. He says not to take the place serious. The second he gets in a maid outfit, he gets incredibly angry and threatens. Yeah. That's just okay, to be fair, that is just the philosophy of people. It's just like, oh, it's all in good fun, and then it happens to them, and they're like, I hate this.
Honestly, one of my... Jax has got to be one of my favorite performances from Michael Kovac as an actor, especially during the maid scene. Like I have never seen him more angry in my life. Like the delivery of like, I don't want to hear that. I want you dead.
See, I really like that because it's like also yeah, don't take this place serious, but also like respect that people don't want to be emasculated. Also treating Pomni like a kid who was made to be a bad person even though she made that choice as an adult. She's 24 years old. Who did that? Who?
The closest anyone came to treating Pomni like a kid was like Jax making a joke like, hey, did you ever have any jobs, or are you too young for that? And she quickly corrected him, and he didn't.
Yeah, like I think that claim goes more to Ragatha actually, because Ragatha constantly just like checks in on Pomni. Well, I forget which episode it was, but it was like one of the episodes like oh yeah, I think it was episode 2 where it's like
oh yeah, I've seen that clip. Like, hey, look, Pomni,
yeah.
We're already friends with the princess. I'm not a child. You don't have to hype me up.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's because like she's the smallest of the group that Ragatha feels smallest and newest that she feels the need to hover over her, I guess.
Yes.
I think Ragatha kind of wants to be like the team mom of the group, but Pomni's just not having it.
Wait until Tony and Piffle know about Gangle's figurine thing. Yeah, I know about it.
Yeah, I know about the Gangle anime figure joke. I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be anything lewd because Gangle is a ribbon, but I imagine we're probably not going to get an answer to that.
I think in other languages it was answered. Actually.
Really?
Well, to be fair, according to I forget. I just remember seeing a video on it. Well, to be fair, according to Ragatha, she is worried about Pomni since she is new there near the end of episode 2. She still expresses that she thinks Pomni doesn't like her. Still wants to try. Yes, but then she keeps doing the same thing. She's no longer new there.
Like, we're 5 episodes in, and it's most likely been the equivalent of, like, a month or 2. Like, Pomni is not a newbie anymore at this point. She knows how things operate.
Ragatha, when she had a fight with Jax in front of Pomni about... Wait, okay. Oh, yeah. Ragatha, when she had a fight with Jax of making Pomni a bad person.
It's like that argument was honestly like the parents fighting over in front of their kid, kind of.
Pretty much. Just because someone is short doesn't mean she's a kid. Yeah.
But to be honest, I think it really does say a lot about like that argument does say a lot about like what they both want from Pomni. Like I'm not sure if Jax really wants her to be like him. I'm not like he says, hey, I ain't forcing anything on you, but this is Jax after all. And Ragatha does want to be nice and share some kindness with Pomni, but it's all hollow at the end of the day.
Jax just genuinely enjoys Pomni being herself. And I think that's why Pomni is actually becoming friends with Jax. Because it's literally they were just having nice casual conversation. Near the end. Mom, Dad, please stop fighting. Nah.
One person pointed out, I don't know if this was like a comment or something, but I think part of why the relationship works is because when she can tell, ever since like the stargazing episode, she can tell when like Jax is deflecting, so she entertains his deflections so that he can feel more comfortable around her, and it seems to be working.
Not really. The last time she treated Pomni like a kid was in episode 3. No, literally in episode 5. In episode 5, she literally, I'm pretty sure she also has to say, like, hey, I'm not a kid.
She literally, Ragatha says, like, would you stop forcing her to trying to force her to act like you? And Pomni's just like, I can think for myself, guys. Like, yeah. Like, Ragatha is still demeaning towards Pomni to a degree.
Uh-huh.
I love that the moment you showed up, this immediately turned into like a digital circus character study.
Yeah. I like Ragatha as a character, but she's also in her own, she's very flawed.
Which they all are. Like Zubul is very much I guess dissonant thing. Like Zubul has like their whole identity crisis, I guess, with the fact that they're just a jumble of parts and they're not really satisfied with who they are, no matter what they attach to themselves. But they can also come off as very jerkish themselves.
I hate how Glitch mischaracterizes both Uzi and Pomni as either emo girl and the girl with a panic attack, even though both have them back. I cannot understand what that last part was supposed to mean, but I think they were referring
to that one marketing ad where Uzi and Pomni like kind of swapped places and shilled merch, maybe.
Yeah. See, I can't see. Here's the thing. I can't like argue that. I can't make the argument that Uzi is like not a stereotypical emo girl because of her god dang catchphrase. And Pomni is, I think Pomni is like Harley's just a nervous wreck in general. She's been less of that recently, but that's because she's more familiar with everything. Have you seen episode 1?
Yeah, like she literally jumped into the digital circus like, what the heck is happening? Which anyone would be on that first episode.
Mm-hmm.
And even during episode 5, like she was still very skittish about the president's situation. And she
oh yeah,
and her face during the bomb sequence is like, why wouldn't the president have a bomb squad?
The marketing stuff isn't canon though, right? Yeah, no.
Yeah, none of the marketing ads are canon, though the very special digital circus song is very funny and would be totally in character to happen.
Yep. I mean, that's fair. I don't know, really. I don't know. I really like Ragatha, and I think people give Jax too much leeway, but that's just me. Yeah, and me personally, I've literally just listed all of the exact reasons why Jack deserves some leeway, because if you think about it, he gets more crap to him than he does to other people.
Yeah, it'd be one thing if like Jax was like, oh, like the asshole that he is and gets no repercussions for it. But no, he gets his short end of the stick plenty of times.
He gets the short end of the stick, and he's genuinely, and at some points he's just genuinely he's genuinely a better person.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I want to talk about Kinger, but I haven't seen his episodes, so I don't know how much I could say.
Yeah, you don't get to talk about King.
Okay. Gangle. What about Gangle? We can talk about Gangle now. Gangle. I've seen Gangle's episode.
I like how her episode was literally based on Gooseworks' actual experience in fast food, and as somebody who also works in fast food, real.
Really spoke to you, huh?
Yes. I swear to God, people like Orbs Man and Stupid Burger person, that's just real people.
That's just real people? Wow.
Yes. And in that episode, I think she went like even if you're a manager like that, you'd like she was a little too much. She was a little too much. It made me. I was very scared. So can't do it. Like.
A little too over-enthusiastic, but I actually think that episode really had a lot to say about like how we as individuals kind of mask our true sides whenever we're at work. Like, we gotta be happy, we gotta put on a bright face and pretend to like our job, but deep down we're dying inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyways, what else are we gonna talk about? Zubul. I like Zubul. I think Zubul speaks to me. I don't even have a mouth. Why did you step up? I do genuinely really like Zubul and the metaphor of a character that she is of just trying to keep herself together and find parts that make her unique.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she's already pretty unique. Technically they're they because the Zubul doesn't know what gender they are, but they sound very feminine at least.
Well, I think Zubul has been referred to as she on the show. I don't actually remember, but
Garflorn says, I need the newer episodes of the Digital Circus to be more leaning to Kane being Am. Yeah,
Digital Circus being more alone.
Kane was one of the inspirations for Kane, according to Gooseworks, was the Allied Master Computer from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Actually,
that's the entire series has the That's bad.
So I think
The
one of
entire
the
series
closest
is so
points to that Kane has ever become to that, aside from the multiple bugging outs, was that one scene where he's looking at where he's by Zubul on the couch, and she's like, "Looks like this one was a home run, eh?" And, "Oh, Zubul, you mismatched Caspiano, I'll tear you to pieces!"
I'll tear you to pieces.
I've seen like a video that compiled like Kane saying that in other languages, and my favorite is the German dub because the German version pretty much summoned a demon during that point.
Oh God!
You seriously go listen to the German version of that dub of that scene, and it's funny.
I mean, all I know about the dubs is the Skibbity Sigma one.
Oh dear, what was that one?
I forget which dub it is, but it was one of the dubs. Instead of after what's it called? After episode 3, at the end of episode 3, when he's like welcoming them all back, and I think he says like, what does he say when they all come back? Like,
welcome back, my candy hearts and paper flowers.
Yeah. I think one of them, he called them, like, Milky Meow Maids. Or something like that. And then one of them, he calls them Skibbity Sigmas.
Yeah.
It's so funny to Kane and Jax's voice actors that they specifically, they literally dubbed that scene over in English.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, different topic now, because I've digital circused out.
Yeah.
So, we had a partner direct, like a Nintendo partner direct.
Yep.
And I was ignoring through it. And we got news of a PVZ-1 remake.
Yes, we do. I figured you'd be very happy about that.
I am.
But it also feels like you're kind of nervous.
Okay, so I am kind of nervous because the way they're doing it makes me kind of skeptical. Like it seems to be a port of the console version instead of the Game of the Year edition, which is good. That means that we have versus. That means we have versus mode, and they added a local co-op mode. I don't know how that's gonna work, but sure, do it. I did not like the fact that it's only local co-op, which means if you don't have the Steam version, at least from what we know currently, they might confirm that we have online later. But from what we know currently, they don't have online, which is so stupid for versus mode.
All games at this point should have online that feature co-op should have both local and online co-op. One or the other is not enough. Like you're half doing your job at that point.
Something to note about I'm getting more praise on hoping that I get the job. Thank you. What's it called? The one thing about PVZ, the original edition, or specifically the console edition, actually, is we actually had event happen where all of the biggest PVZ creators came together and used Parsec to play PVZ versus with each other.
Huh.
It literally has a competitive community.
That's cool.
But it is really cool. So if they don't do online for versus, I'm gonna crash out. I'm very interested in that co-op though. I am very interested in that. I want to see that. I want to see that happen.
The most interesting announcements, to me at least, were Pac-Man World 2 Repack and what was it called? That one Square Enix game they announced towards the end. Not Octopath Traveler 0, but the one before that. That looks kind of interesting.
Squeenix.
But fun fact, guys. I showed this. I told this to like Piffle and Jack in one of the servers I'm in, Pac-Man has voice acting in this game. Guess who voices him?
Thomas, pay attention. Thomas the Tank Engine does indeed voice him. Yes.
Thomas the Tank Engine voices Pac-Man, and apparently it's not his first time. He did so in Pac-Man World 3 too.
Yep, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. No, I think it was just 3. I don't think he originally talked in Pac-Man World 2.
No, there's no voice acting in the original Pac-Man World 2. That's a new addition.
Well, he did that in Pac-Man World 3. I don't know why they didn't make him talk in the first 3 Pac-Man.
Who? Really? Yes. The actor's name is Martin T. Sherman, and he does voice Thomas the Tank Engine.
That show has sadly fallen off so much.
Aww.
The fall from grace. I'm so sad.
Thomas was my childhood.
However,
a lot of shows were my childhood, but still.
I was gonna kind of continue on the PvZ topic for a little.
Okay, go ahead.
I forget if I mentioned this on stream, but I think I did, of the modded version of the original PvZ called PvZ Fusion. I came to find out that it's not a mod; it's its own game.
Really?
It falls on the same engine. Or it falls on a very similar engine recreated in Unity. I think it's Unity. I forget what it was. It's some engine. But they just recreated the game from the ground up and then made fusions.
Huh. Well, what do you know?
And I've been actually playing a little bit of it because they made a port of it to Android recently. So I grabbed myself an APK, started playing it. I like it a lot. First of all, the concept is just very fun. Yes, please give me a Plants vs. Zombies game where I can just forcibly merge these plants together.
Just fuse like a sunflower and a pea shooter together, why don't you?
Yeah, you can actually. It's actually one of the better sun producers in the game.
That's funny.
Because not only does it shoot sun when the sun hits the zombie, it has a chance of actually giving you a small bit of sun. So you could literally just have a line of pea sunflowers, and you're good.
That's cool.
Hey Piffle, do you have the PvZ graphic novels? I own one. Boom Boom Mushroom. By the way, that mushroom is a nuke.
Oh, well that's cool.
Use them like personas in V5.
Hopefully with less decapitation.
I gotta grab my garden shears.
Oh man. Just cut them down the middle and then fuse and then stitch the two halves together.
I mean, no, but see, one of my favorite things about fusion is actually how the fusion system works. It's very layered.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. So this is how fusions work. Obviously, you take one plant that's compatible with another plant to be fused. They fuse together. Mm-hmm. But you can also go beyond that in some cases. Some plants, when they fuse with each other, don't actually fuse, but just kind of add on to each other. Like for example, if you fuse a fume shroom with a puff shroom, they don't actually fuse. The fume shroom takes the place of the puff shrooms, because you can place multiple in one spot now. It takes the place of the puff shrooms, and depending on how many puff shrooms you have in that space, they'll spread out in front of the fume shroom for that amount of spaces.
Garflorn just sent a paragraph. Hang on, let me read this. As someone who once said,
As
to
someone
which
who-
crazy Dave won a pet pig named Twister by winning a singing competition in Guatemala and then went on a legendary quest to find the boom boom mushroom, it's a nuke.
Oh yeah, no, that's an actual quote from the book.
Really?
He did do that. Yes, he did do that. But anyways, anyways.
Oh no, Bug Snacks fusion.
Enough crazy day for. Basically, you can actually achieve fusions that are more than 2.
Really?
However, those fusions are labeled as super fusions. To do those, you need to beat the challenge that fusion is associated with. It lets you try out that fusion, basically. If you win that challenge, you can now use those. So you could. So in the case of one of the most iconic ones that I use, it's Chompzilla.
Chompzilla.
You take a pea shooter.
I know that's got to involve like Chomper
walnut.
in some way.
Yep, you take a pea shooter, Chomper, and a walnut, and you get Chompzilla.
A pea shooter, a walnut, and Chomper.
Yes. Okay, so and by the way, it's very OP, despite being like one of the least costing super fusions.
Really?
Because the recharge on the plants needed is very low. By the time you deal with, or by the time you use like 5 of them, it hasn't even been that long in the round. And 5 covers like the entire lawn for you. It is a wall plant that can instantly kill a zombie, or zombies of low enough health, and then it takes the zombie 8 and immediately spits it out, dealing damage equivalent to at least 200, which is the base health of a basic zombie. It's very OP.
Yeah, that sounds very OP.
And that's one of the easier ones to get, which means the harder ones to get are even worse. Like there's
hang on. Jack says, imagine fusions in a death battle outside of Gogeta versus Vegeta, or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta versus Super Saiyan and Blue Super Saiyan. I forgot which one it was. Yeah, imagine fusions fighting each other.
Oh god. The Angry Birds versus PVZ would be so much more different. It would be so much more of a massacre if you gave the plants fusion.
Hey, let's get creative. Why not fuse a Chuck with bomb and make a speeding nuke?
Cool. Strike bomb with lightning and you get the same effect. I will actually say about the fusions. It's again because that's one of the easier fusions. I was gonna mention Star Drop, which I think is it's Starfruit and 2 Magnet Shrooms. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong on that. But if you take it's Starfruit, Lantern, and Magnet Shroom. If you take all of those, or all of them together, you get Star Drop. And what Star Drop does is it acts like a completely normal Starfruit, and then it will randomly send an entire comet onto the lawn, which does an like extreme amount of damage. And if that weren't enough, it also puts a bunch of stars onto the lawn. If you put enough lanterns around it, those stars home onto zombies.
Oh wow, that is very OP.
It is a massacre, and kind of a crime considering how fast those things charge up. But you know, I'm currently in the adventure mode at the fog. At like the fog levels, and it's pretty fun. However, I got that far, and then I realized that these devs are actually insane because no, it's actually not just the base game from the ground up. No. Because that would be too easy. You know what it actually is?
What is it?
It's the entire base game from the ground up and an entirely new base game.
So they recreated the base game, made a new game, and stitched them together?
There is a sub-mode, in quotes, called Odyssey, which not only has generally harder levels and like in an entirely new campaign, but also has more fusions called Odyssey fusions. And if you thought the fusions that I just mentioned were bad, oh boy, you are not prepared for Odyssey fusions.
Oh dear. How about just one? Like, just give me one of the... You know what? Screw it. Just give me any one of the Odyssey fusions.
From what I remember, there is, it's something like, I think it's called like the Empress, Hypnoshroom?
Empress Hypnostrike?
Empress Hypnoshroom.
Empress Hypnoshroom.
Yeah, Empress Hypnoshroom. That's just the base of one where it just summons it basically just summons a bunch of zombies and stuff like that. But from what I remember seeing, I think there is a Doomshroom variant of that. Or it's either Doomshroom or Cherry Bomb. And what happens when you fuse those two, which by the way, I think Odyssey fusions are 4-part fusions. But essentially what happens is you get a row of gargantuars on your side that let out Doomshroom explosions when they hit things.
Wow. So you basically just have a row of cannons.
Mm-hmm. And you think like, okay, this is getting a little out of hand. This is pretty overpowered. You know the scariest thing about Odyssey?
What?
That's not overpowered in the scope of Odyssey.
Oh dear, what do the zombies have?
Well, I'm just gonna mention one of them. They basically have this like blimp one, right?
A blimp?
They have a blimp.
They have a blimp.
That blimp sends out tiny little, or like, I'm pretty sure it's like a bunch of these like flying drones, and it sends them out like how the Empress how the Empress does with her zombies. But it keeps doing it until you kill it.
Really?
The Empress still like does that, but it takes a while in between. It will just keep going until you kill it. You will have an entire screen filled of those things if you don't deal with that thing fast.
Wow. I guess OP enemy, like you get OP plants, you get OP zombies.
Yes. Yes, you do. And it's so crazy. Because there's also another mode. I haven't seen any footage of it, but it's called the Abyss mode.
Oh dear.
And I'm pretty sure it's a similar concept to Odyssey. Hey Luigi, does this piranha plant look funny to you? It gets swallowed by a whole chomper.
Hey Luigi, does this piranha plant look? I was trying to do the old Mario impression, but yeah.
Hey Luigi, does this piranha plant look funny to you? Piranha plant is like a dog, honestly.
If a piranha plant is a dog, chompers are basically like wolves.
They're not a piranha plant. I meant chompers. Chompers is more like a dog.
Oh.
I don't care about your 5G internet. Oh my god. I literally had the video paused. I unpaused it for a second so I could like catch up with the chat. Anyways, yeah, no, Chomper is like a dog. Just a very, very hungry dog. Its diet consists of zombies.
Oh boy. I think I'm gonna be wrapping this up soon, whether it's in the next 20 or 15 minutes.
All right, well, I'm gonna keep ranting about PvZ.
Well, do we want to talk more about the Nintendo the partner showcase, or?
I don't really have much to talk about, so that's why I resorted to PvZ, my beloved.
One thing I will say, going back to like Pac-Man World, apparently Pac-Man World 2 Repack is getting a game key card on the Switch 2. Boo!
I personally don't care. I get why game key cards exist.
Yeah, like Pac-Man World's not Repack is only like 3 to 5 gigabytes. You don't need a game key card. Just put it on the cartridge.
It's not about the size, it's about the actual cost of putting it onto a cartridge. It's cheaper to do it with the game key card when most people do it.
Well, sales of game key cards seem to be flopping, which they should, so...
Yep. You know what they say? They say, Luigi, all pea shooters shoot peas. Genuinely, it'd be really funny to see like a Mario-themed PvZ collab.
I mean, they did it with the Rabbids. Why not PvZ?
That would be fun. I wanna see a pea shooter wear like a Mario hat.
I guess while kind of on the subject of game key cards, did you know that there was an incident with the latest Call of Duty game where, well, I don't know if it was latest or previous, but a recent Call of Duty game was actually found out to have basically 0 data on the disc, and the entire thing was 150 gigabytes that you had to download.
Ugh.
Whether or not you had the disc, it was basically 150 something gigabytes of data you had to download, which is disgusting.
I hate Call of Duty in general.
Mm-hmm.
No, they do not. They shoot bullets, you dumbass. I mean, no, actually, they do still shoot peas, but I mean, Gatling peas also exist, so they might as well be shooting bullets. Gatling peas are very scary, by the way.
I'm gonna check out the poll and see how it's doing. The greatest recipe and delicious last dance are tied.
I like the greatest recipe.
So do I. We only got 18 votes, and we're probably not going to be streaming for much longer. So whoever hasn't voted yet, please do vote. There's only 13 people here, though. Will somebody change your vote to break the tie? I really don't want to end on a tie.
I'm not changing my vote. I want the greatest recipe to win.
Yeah, greatest.
I don't like Call of Duty. Yeah.
I guess to shamelessly self-promote, though this is my channel, so how many of you came back from came to the stream from my indie game matchups video that I premiered today?
A few. People mentioned that earlier. You're late to the party, Johnny.
I never got to ask you though. What did you think of the video, Piff?
I admittedly only watched up to my part.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to see how my part was done. And then I laughed. I'm sorry.
Well, will you at least watch the rest at a later date?
I'll watch it at a later date. I promise. I went to go do something with my little brothers. I made it sound more mean than it actually was. Checked it on that. And then
Jack saw it.
them.
Xeno Jamie says I was asleep. Did I accidentally
And
put you to
wake up.
sleep?
No, they just need to wake up so they can actually watch Tony Picnic. Speaking of Peak, you hear about that game that the Aggro Crab studio made?
Yeah, Peak.
I've heard it's fun.
Yeah. Shame it's not on console though.
I've heard a lot of people label it or starting with that game. They started conning like multiplayer slop, and I'm just like, can we not?
Every single multiplayer game these days is just multiplayer slop. Like, you guys are not happy.
Not even. It's like if we just start like labeling multiplayer games as multiplayer slop, then we are never going to get interesting multiplayer games.
Yeah, like
You.
I mean, climbing a very, very high mountain with your friends and actually sounds pretty neat.
Right, and it's made by the Aggro Crab Studios. They make good games.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get it. Obviously, there's been more of a resurgence of those types of games with like Lethal Company and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like that doesn't mean that like a game like Content Warning is any less fun because of that.
Like, Repo is just like Lethal Company, and people love that game.
Repo's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Just like literally just let people have variety in their types of games like that. Jameson on console immediately looks at Sonic Dream Team. The Sonic Dream Team needs more proper content to come to console.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to come to console too, but I don't know.
Going back to Repo for a second. I saw, like, a Fiznom's live stream that he did with, like, Postra, David Barron, and Faf9. And one of my favorite moments from that live stream, well, I'll talk about two. One is when they're in the mansion, and Postra's trying to educate Phil on different monsters that he's seen. And then the duck walks in. And Phil's like, hey, what the heck is that duck? And Coster's like, oh, pick it up, Phil. He picks it up, and then he immediately chases him, trying to chomp him to pieces.
Oh my god.
That is revenge for the Lethal Company stream, where Foster was a noob that got torn apart.
Oh my god.
The other one of my favorite moments is later in the game when they're in the the big castle, and they encounter the blind guy with a shotgun. and at first they're panicking, like Phil, Fiznom ducks under like a bed and but Thap runs away screaming, and he's basically just screaming like, oh shit, what's Ned Flanders doing in this game?
I didn't really do. It's your boy. Ned Flanders. This is probably what Ned Flanders sounds like.
Haddly deedly.
Doddly deedly deedly doddly. How much longer are we gonna go on for?
I think until 7:15 your time, 6:15 my time. It's only like 10 minutes or so. I think that's a good stop point.
The duck walked up to the lemonade stand and he said to the man from the stand, hey, bum bum bum, got a neat shuck. Also loved Fiznom's stream on it. I'm going to sleep now. See ya. Goodbye.
Okay, Pyromaster.
So, which ones are we missing, by the way? Which golden strawberries are we missing?
We still have we still have chapters 7 and 8 to do, main ones. And for B-sides, we have basically all the ones that aren't chapters 1, 2, and 3. And of course, Farewell.
Farewell, my friend.
I'm just gonna say it now. At the rate we're going, we're never getting to Farewell. Which is honestly better than suffering through Farewell.
Nah, we want to watch Tony Sonic suffer through Farewell.
Alright. If we don't get all the other golden strawberries before we do the Farewell exclusive stream, I will give Farewell a shot on the last stream. Alright?
When's our last stream, by the way?
Sometime in December. Then we will move on to a different challenge.
Come on, you don't think we'll make it by December?
Well, no, I have the Undertale streams next month.
Well, I mean, if you take Undertale and you replace a couple of the letters, you get Celeste, so...
The only letters in Celeste that are in Undertale are E and L.
I mean, no, if you take the U and you just turn it on its side, you get a C.
Okay, and there's also a T, I think, but other than that, no.
You get S-E-L, and then you just take the E and you multiply it by 2 and you get an E. And then to get the S, you just have to, think about this. You take the U, multiply it by 3, and then you stitch 2 of them together, and then you flip it around and you get an S.
I love the mental gymnastics on display here.
We already have the T, and then we take the duplicated E and multiply it by 2. There you go. There you go. Plus, see?
Snatcher versus the Devil is a good matchup. I'm glad you think so. I really like that matchup.
Really piffle? Yeah. You can't spell Celeste without an E. Yeah. All right. See, like, if you really think about it and do a bunch of mental gymnastics, then it's Celeste. So.
Imagine Frisk climbing a Celeste mountain.
Frisk would not survive. I mean, Frisk did climb to the top of whatever
Mount Ebott.
Fell through the hole. Yes. What was Frisk doing there, anyways?
It's never said. Like, Asriel actually asked them why they were there, but wasn't. But it might not have been for a very pleasant reason. But at least
Curiosity.
that's what's implied. There's not really a canon answer given.
I would imagine they just got bored. I'm bored. I'm gonna climb a mountain. And it was a good video.
Glad you guys think so.
You can't spell Celeste without L. You can't spell Celeste without Lee. I could still taste the jelly bean I had earlier.
Oh man, that must be one pungent jelly bean if it's still lingering in your mouth.
I don't think it's... No, it was just... Okay, I figured it out. It was... I still had a bit of the outer shell of the jelly bean in my mouth.
Really?
Yep. It's just chilling there.
Ugh, dang it.
These streams have been very entertaining. Makes me feel bad when I miss any.
Well, it's okay if you can't make them all, but I'm glad you enjoy them. All the same.
I'm glad you enjoy these streams for me and not Tony Sonic. Totally.
I'm sure they enjoy it for both of us.
I'm sure they enjoy it for the favorite of the YouTubers here, which is obviously Tony Sonic. And if you rearrange the words of Tony Sonic, you get it.
Wait, what? Oh, hey, Ninja Power.
No, I just. Yeah.
What did Zemo Jamie? Who said what?
Oh, I just made the joke of. Like, obviously they come for their favorite stream or their favorite YouTuber Tony Sonic, but if you rearrange the words of Tony Sonic, then you get pickles, so they come for me. I'm kidding.
Also, Bendy said the Mies versus Homelander.
Let the me see you're being a little unfair because I mean Homelander would obviously get beat up by Matt. Put Homelander against Matt from FNF specifically and let him box. He would not win.
Oh.
Like imagine getting speed blitzed by someone who's rapping at you.
Just constantly getting punched in the face by a guy who's throwing out the sickest beats ever.
Mm-hmm. He just like it's against the Homelander's turn. He tried screaming and he immediately failed.
Ah.
Matt's like, dude, that's not the notes of the song.
All right, one more attempt, one last one, and then we're calling it quits.
I'm the last attempt. Guys, I love Celeste. Celeste is a great game. If you guys haven't played Celeste, then what's wrong with you?
The story is way better than whatever I'm doing right now.
Oh no, what are you talking about? The golden strawberries are equally as good as the story. Snatcher versus the Devil should be called devilishly detailed soul snatchers.
That seems a bit wordy. I mean, I get what you're going for, but that's a bit too long of a track title.
I like devil in the details. The devil's in the details.
Mm-hmm. That's my favorite too. I've also heard other names like Soul Contract and Let's Make a Deal, but while they fit, I just think like the devil's in the details has a very nice ring to it.
I haven't played Celeste. Piffle and Tony are after me now. No, it's just me. Tony's too lazy. Tony has a lot of speed, but never uses it. He walks places.
I'm a chiller, Sonic. What can I say? I got distracted.
Yeah, but I'm chill. Oh, that's the last attempt, right?
Yep. Well, shame we couldn't get a single strawberry on that, but let's check back on the poll. That was certainly
a Tony scene.
All right, an extra vote that I don't know where it went, but we have a tie. Delicious Last Dance and The Greatest Recipe are now tied. So I guess I'll have to decide it in a server I'm in.
Uh-huh. Alright.
Alright, well, that is going to be it for me today. Thank you all so much for coming to the stream. There is something I wanted to say. For future videos, and I really hope I can get these out sooner rather than later. The next video, as I said, major video, is the Psychonauts era. Hopefully that comes out in September, maybe. But before then, there's an important video that I have to make involving a scandal that happened surrounding one of my videos earlier. I have the script mostly well thought, mostly done. It does need some fine tuning, and I am going to give it to a few people to make sure that everything is conveyed properly. But once that's over, I will have that video out, and hopefully I can clear the air on that little scandal. So, I hope you look forward to that, and the Psychonauts era. I hope I can get these out on time, but my job is eating away at my time bit by bit every day, so who knows. I really hope I can get both of these done. I aim to have both of these done at least before October, because I want that saved for Spooky Month. But in any case, thank you all for watching. Say goodbye, Piffle.
Hello.